All right. We here. This is an attempt to collect a debt. Is your child sitting up on the child seat, turned the sideways? Oh, I'm trying to figure out how the seat was made. I'm trying to figure out what you had going on now. Appreciate it. Appreciate all my Mexican viewers and all of that came from Mexico to be with us today. Certainly a long travel. And I certainly want to commend you guys for coming over. People don't know the hazard and the sacrifices y'all made. La Quiera, or La Caness. Isn't that right? I bet that got to be tight trying to get through them turns, isn't it? I said, all them pipes, you good when you're on the straightaway. When you got to make that turn, though, and go like this right here, there, you messed up, especially if you got that hunkadora back there. And y'all ever tried to travel through a sewer before? Besides, I ain't know you was. I do want to apologize because I really was trying to talk behind your back. I didn't know you were going to be in. I mess with you. Man, have I already clocked in? Last night I was trying to get Beasley to move. You know, listen for a second. Listen. You was out there. I'm just saying, so you kind of do a person. You felt that? Yes. I put my hand in Beasley's side. He was still talking. I took it out. I told who was out there. I said, I stuck this much in Beasley's side. And he still was talking. We couldn't move. I said, that's a lot of Beasley. Then you said, I said, instead of I put out some. I said, God almighty. All right. That's all right. Beasley said he been exercising. He said he done started now walking with the bike. Some stuff you don't even question. He said, y'all started doing the bike. Now I walk with the bike. And I said, good exercise to me. Ain't that right? All right. Everybody all right? All right. Everybody see better in? All right. Your Yukonon. Y'all, Yukonon. Chapter 6, verse 42. 44. Y'all went to 42 anyway, didn't you? Listen. 6 and verse 44. Listen to the book.
No man can come to me.
No man can come to me.
Except the Father, which have sent me, draw him.
Tell him what happened, son.
And I will raise him up at the last day.
Listen.
It is written in the prophets.
It's written in the prophets.
And they shall be all taught of Yahuwah.
They shall all be taught of Yahuwah. Come on.
Every man, therefore,
that had
heard
and had learned
of the Father
cometh
unto me.
Again, we see the importance. Hearing and learning of the Father coming unto him. Isn't that right? We talked about before in Bereshit, chapter 1. Please make sure y'all wrap your kids up real good before they go to sleep. Y'all having a urination. We're having a urination overload. Bereshit. Take them to the bathroom so they don't pee all in my done seat. Bereshit chapter 1. We'll get make it chapter 2. Bereshit chapter 2. Chapter 2, give me about verse 19. 18 will be fine. 2 and 18. Listen what he said. Every man therefore that had heard and learned of the Father cometh unto me. Listen.
And Elohim said.
And Elohim said.
It is not good that the man should be alone.
What happened?
I will make him and help meet for him.
So make it at verse 17. 2 and 17. Listen.
But of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil.
Yes.
Thou shalt not eat of it.
Listen.
For in the day that thou eatest thereof.
What happened?
Thou shalt surely die.
Come on.
And Elohim said, it is not good that the man should be alone.
Mm-hmm.
I will make him and help meet for him.
Come on.
And out of the ground Elohim formed every beast of the field.
Yes.
And every fowl of the air.
Yes.
And brought them unto Adam.
And brought them where?
Unto Adam.
For what reason?
To see what he would call them.
To see what he would call them. Come on.
And whatsoever Adam called every living creature.
And whatsoever Adam called?
Every living creature.
And whatsoever he called every living?
Creature.
Tell him what happened, Brian.
That was the name thereof.
That's it. A lot of people feel like you say it. You feel like you're right. But if he hadn't said it, then you're not. Somebody got to certify you. Y'all hear me? You can have a feeling or a liking of what you might feel like you are. Isn't that right? You might think you resemble something. But whatever he called you, the book said that's what you are. Which means at that time, Adam had what we would call that? Judgment. So we'll say he had judgment, right? So he had judgment. Now you start to look and you start to see a pattern of behavior, the reason we go back here. Now he said, every man therefore that had heard and learned of the Father, they come to me. So therefore he brought them to him to see whatever he gonna call them, whatever Adam was gonna call them, that was your name. When he told her, no man can come unto me except the Father which sent me, what was it again? So how did those animals wind up going? The book said he brought them. So that was an attraction. When you know me and you begin to know me and understand me, then you're going to draw to anything that connects to me. Isn't that right? Especially when I tell you he got the rule. Whatever you're going to be deemed or ordained or called, you need to go see him and see what he say about it. At the 34th chapter of the book of Barashit. Barashit. Y'all let me put an A up here last night, didn't y'all? Barashit. Barashit, chapter 34, verse 1. Listen to the book.
And Dinah, the daughter of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land.
Yeah.
And when Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her.
Listen.
And his soul clave unto Dinah, the daughter of Jacob.
Yeah.
And he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel.
Listen.
And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, Get me this damsel to wife.
Yes.
And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah, his daughter.
Yeah.
Now his sons were with his cattle in the field.
Yeah.
And Jacob held his peace until they were come.
Come on.
And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out unto Jacob to commune with him.
Yeah.
And the sons of Jacob came out of the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved.
Yeah.
And they were very wroth, because he had wrought folly in Yasharal,
Yes.
and lying with Jacob's daughter.
Yes.
Which thing ought not to be done.
He said, with things ought not to be done. Come on.
And Hamor communed with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter.
Yeah.
I pray you give her him to wife.
Come on.
And make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us,
Yeah.
and take our daughters unto you.
Yes.
And ye shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you.
Come on.
Dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein.
Mm-hmm.
And Shechem said unto her father and unto her brethren, Let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me, I will give. Ask me never so much dowry and gift, and I will give according as ye shall say unto me.
No,
but give me.
Ask me what you want. I'll give it. Ain't no price too high to pay for her. Come on.
But give me the damsel to wife.
Yes.
And the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully, and said, because he had defiled Dinah, their sister.
Come on.
And they said unto them, We cannot do this thing to give our sister to one that is uncircumcised.
Yes.
For that were a reproach unto us.
It's a disgrace to us. Come on.
But in this will we consent unto you.
Yeah.
If you will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised.
Yeah.
Then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people.
Yeah.
But if ye will not hearken unto us
What happened?
to be circumcised, then will we take our daughter, and we will be none, and we will be gone.
Yes.
And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. And the young man deferred not to do the thing, because he had delight
What
in
that mean, brother, they deferred? They didn't delay. They didn't put off to do the thing. Come on.
Because he had delight in Jacob's daughter.
Yes.
And he was more honorable than all the house of his father.
Yes.
And Hamor and Shechem, his son, came unto the gate of their city,
Yes.
and communed with the men of their city, saying, These men are peaceable with us.
Yeah.
Therefore let them dwell in the land, and trade therein. For the land, behold, it is large enough for them.
Yeah.
Let us take their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters.
Come on.
Only herein will the men consent unto us for to dwell with us,
Come
to be
on.
one people.
Yes.
If every male among us be circumcised, as they are circumcised,
Yeah.
shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they will dwell with us.
Come on.
And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearken all that went out of the gate of his city. And every male was circumcised, all that went out of the gate of his city.
Yes.
And it came to pass on the third day,
What happened?
when they were sore, that the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brethren, took each man his sword, and came upon the city boldly, and slew all the males.
Now, why is this important to us? Did anybody already know why this is important to us? Because what? Because judgment was made on them. At the 5th chapter of the book of Yahusha. Yahusha chapter 5. Chapter 5, give me verse 17 and be fine. We'll read down. Listen.
But Yahusha answered them, my father worketh hitherto.
My father worketh.
Hitherto.
What happened, son?
And I work.
And I work.
Therefore the Yahudim sought the more to kill him.
Tell them why, son.
Because he not only had broken the Shabbat.
But what happened?
But said also that Elohim was his father.
Doing what?
Making himself equal with Elohim.
Come on.
Then answered Yahusha and said unto them, verily, verily, I say unto you,
listen,
the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do.
What he see the Father do?
For what things soever he doeth,
what happens, son?
These also doeth the Son likewise.
Y'all hear that? The Son do the same thing likewise. Come on.
For the Father loveth the Son.
For the Father loveth the Son.
And sheweth him all things that himself doeth.
Y'all hear what he do? He show him all things that he himself doing. Come on.
And he will shew him greater works than these.
Why?
That ye may marvel.
Come on.
For as the Father raises up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will.
Listen.
For the Father judgeth no man.
For the Father doth what?
Judgeth no man.
What does the Father do?
But.
Hold on for a minute. The Father doth what, son?
Judgeth no man.
What happens, son?
But have committed all judgment unto the Son.
Y'all didn't pay attention, did you? If y'all paid attention, he never said anything. When they came and when Shechem began to ask for his daughter's hand and they told him what they did, he never said nothing. If you paid attention, you'd have known that Levi and Simeon heard. They the one did the talking. He never made a deal with them at all. He left that in the hands of the Son. See, when he tried to tell you what he did, listen what else he said.
That all men should honor the Son.
Even as they do what?
Honor the Father.
Listen why.
He that honoreth not the Son.
Honoreth what?
Not the Father.
Listen.
Which have sent him.
Come on, son.
Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Yes.
He that heareth my word.
Yes.
And believeth on him that sent me.
What happens, son?
Hath everlasting life.
Come on, son.
And shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life.
Come on, son.
Verily, verily, I say unto you.
Yeah.
The hour is coming, and now is, when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of Elohim, and they that hear shall live.
Come on.
Whereas the Father hath life in himself.
So had he did what?
Given to the Son to have life in himself.
And what he can do, son?
And have given him authority to execute judgment also.
You hear that? He had authority to execute judgment. It was in no boy's hand. If he didn't want to execute, he could have told them first of all, y'all need to keep your mouth closed. Let me and him handle this. He sat back and let them have judgment. He gave it to them. He gave them authority. They had an opportunity to sit down when they heard it. They sat and they made the deal with Shechem with his father. All right, listen.
Because he is the Son of Man.
You need to pay attention to that too. So if he do whatsoever his father do that's in the spiritual, what you think he gonna do with the natural? Same thing. Now he just referred to him being in the flesh. Now he just told he was the Son of Man. Those are our fathers. When you look at the 12 sons, those are our fathers. So he does the same thing. He saw all things that they did. So he do the same thing. He execute. See, we start listening to his speech. The only way it actually makes sense for us, then we got to know the law. Y'all all right? Amen. That's why it's so important that you can't go and you can't get away from it. You got to stay with it. Because it started to give us a better understanding. Just like when it came down to Adam in the garden. It made sense that whatever decision he was going to make, whatever he going to call, go see him. And he sat back just like our father Yaakov do. Whatever he called you, that's what your name is. I want to talk to you because you the daddy. How many of y'all ever seen that movie, The Godfather? Y'all saw when the Godfather gave the rule to his son Michael. And the soldiers that came, they came over to talk to him about it. I'm saying soldiers, not military. So they came over to talk to him about it. Godfather, I never asked for anything before to leave, but if you let us go, we're going to be up on the hand. This other guy they want to go up on, they ain't want to go up on it. He said, I've been a friend, you've been a friend. He said, yeah. He said, then go whatever Michael say. He wouldn't make a call on it. He said, whatever Michael say. He said, Michael said you can leave, you can leave. because he had given our judgment to the Son. He was just there. You know, it's amazing how they mimic our stuff. He was right there in the room, and yet he took no action. When they even tried to come to him, he sent them right back to the Son. That's the same thing he tried to tell you. He said, if you try to go around, you're going to be a thief and a robber. You ain't getting around the Son. These people say, I know what I'm going to do. I'm just go. Why go through the Son when you can go through the Father? Because you're an idiot, you go any other way. Just like when he set up the rule. When he gave Adam the rule, he didn't take that away from him. As long as he was his son, he had that rule there. Y'all hear me? Nobody was going around him. If you were up under heaven, you were subject to him. Now he given authority to his Son, who is what we refer to as the second Adam. He got the rule in heaven and in here. Ain't nobody getting around him. Amen. Ain't nobody in the Shamayim getting around. Ain't nobody in our Ritz getting around him. Y'all hear me? Amen. And this is the mind concept we got to take. And a lot of times people keep thinking there's another way. There isn't another way. The book teaches us in the book of Marshall, there's a way that seems right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. Anytime you try to do anything other than what he told, you're going to wind up finding yourself in a burning hell. That's why we're here. When we go back to look at all these patriarchs before, we will refer to them again, like I told you, one similarity we gave them was what I told y'all, the moon. Because the only reason the moon gets its light is from the sun. The only way you get your light or you get any action, all these prophets that ever came through, we will refer to them as the moon. He is the sun. He's the true light. Y'all all right?
Amen.
That's something that we all have to sit back and we have to consider. Let's look at something while we're talking a little bit. Pick me up and see if that's the, goodness. Pick me the 4th chapter of the book of Matthew. Matthew. Chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4. 2. Make it chapter 2. Matthew chapter 2. Give me about verse 22, 23.
23?
Yeah. What's the last verse?
23.
23, the last verse?
Yes, sir.
Give me 22. Make it 20. It's all the same word. Listen.
Saying, arise and take the young child and his mother and go into the land of Yasharal.
Yes.
For they are dead which sought the young child's life.
Yes.
And he arose and took the young child and his mother and came into the land of Yasharal.
Yeah.
But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Yehuda in the room of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither.
Come on.
Notwithstanding, being warned of Elohim in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophets, he shall be called a Nazarene.
He shall be called a Nazarene. Pick me up and say that's Shaphatim. 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 See if it's 13 and 1. Listen.
And the children of Yasharal did evil in the sight of Yahuwah.
Yeah.
And Yahuwah delivered them into the hand of the Philistines 40 years.
Yeah.
And there was a certain man of Zorah of the family of the Danites, whose name was Manoah.
Yeah.
And his wife was barren and bare not.
Yes.
And the Malaki of Yahuwah appeared unto the woman.
Yeah.
And said unto her, Behold, now thou art barren, and bearest not.
Yeah.
But thou shalt conceive and bear a son.
Yeah.
Now therefore beware, I pray thee, and drink not wine nor strong drink.
Yeah.
And eat not any unclean thing.
Yeah.
For lo, thou shalt conceive and bear a son.
Mm-hmm.
And no razor shall come on his head.
Yeah.
For the child shall be a Nazarite unto Yahuwah from the womb.
Yeah.
And he shall begin to deliver Yasharal out of the hand of the Philistines.
So now we start to look at the time period of him, or the time period of how they sat along with the Philistine. How long was it? And we wound up finding him coming unto us in what? In about the 42nd generation. So we start to see some of the parallel, and we start to look at him, that he should be called, the root word for it should be, pen. Eraser. I think it's so. Nazar. That's how you pronounce it. That'll be your root word for what they use for Nazarite or Nazarene. This is your root word where to originate from. Same way you have as Abarim. Abarim is your root word of where Hebrew would come from. Okay? So now you have your root word. This will be important to you eventually. It should be important to you. But now we start again, look at just how he connect. That he was going to be set there because he could be called a Nazar. Is what we'll look at him being. Pick me up at the 15th chapter. Let's start to look at some things that we should know. 15th chapter of that same book. Listen.
Verse 1.
Yes.
But it came to pass within a while after, in the time of wheat harvest, that Shamshun visited his wife with a kid.
That's right. Let me write his name down for him. We having us a little time today, ain't we? Shamshun. What happened?
Visited his wife.
Starting again. What happened again?
But it came to pass, within a while after,
in a while after,
in the time of wheat harvest,
in the time of wheat harvest,
that Shamshun visited his wife with a kid.
Listen.
And he said, I will go in to my wife into the chamber.
Yeah.
But her father would not suffer him to go in.
Listen.
And her father said, I verily thought that thou hadst utterly hated her.
Yeah.
Therefore I gave her to thy companion.
Come on.
Is not her younger sister fairer than she? Take her, I pray thee, instead of her.
Yeah.
And Shamshun said concerning them, Now shall I be more blameless than the Philistines, though I do them a displeasure.
So now he started to look at, he's going to be more blameless when it come down to destroying them than he was when it came down to the Philistines. Now, the thing that we look at when we come back to look at these different things here, just in the simplicity of what he told us when he came. Pick me up at 1 Thessalonians 5:1. These are things I'm sure that are not really important to you. Listen.
But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
You have no need, why?
That I write unto you.
Tell them why, son.
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahuwah so cometh as a thief in the night.
Amazing, when he came, it was in the time of wheat harvest, which is important to us, seeing who we are. Because we have 3 times that we want to have in our festive times that are big for us. And all these are during the time of harvesting. And when he came to him, you notice that we were told when you come for your appointment, and nobody should come before him empty. Now, when he came to see his wife during the time of wheat harvest, those are 3 of our major appointment times for what they call Passover, for what they call Pentecost, and what they call ingathering. At the time, it was time together. Yet you were told by your lawyer in Shemut that every one of you shall appear 3 times in a year, and none shall appear before me empty. But they said, and they told her, we didn't even think you were coming. You were told a parable similar to this. You said, my Lord delayeth his coming. Yeah. They said, we thought surely that you hated her. And they didn't know the time. But yet when Shaul began to talk, he said, the time and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I should write. You know perfectly well that the man coming back. Why he not coming back for his bride? Why would I think he's not coming back for his bride? Again, you were told this, that he should be called a Nazarene. Let you know when he going to come back in the time of wheat harvest. That's important for you to know it. That's important for you to know it. But a lot of times we don't think anything about stuff like this, don't do we? These are the things that start to hurt us over a course of time. The reason why you want to look at that as well, because you want to look at this name. Y'all know what it means? Sunlight. Or bright sun. So you can actually call him Shamshun. It would be fitting for him. It would be a fitting name for him. At the 16th chapter of that same book. 16:1. Listen.
Then went Shamshun to Gaza, and saw there an harlot, and went in unto her. And it was told the Gazites, saying, Shamshun is come hither. And they compassed him in, and laid wait for him all night in the gate of the city.
Yeah.
And were quiet all the night, saying, in the morning, when it is day, we shall kill him. And Shamshun lay till midnight, and arose at midnight,
Yes.
and took the doors of the gate of the city, and the 2 posts, and went away with them, bar and all, and put them upon his shoulders, and carried them up to the top of an hill that is before Hebron.
Who mimicked him? Well, who was he mimicking?
Yahusha.
He was mimicking Yahusha. Listen.
And it came to pass afterward that he loved a woman in the valley of Sorek, whose name was Delilah. And the lords of the Philistines came up unto her, and said unto her, Entice him, and see wherein his great strength lieth, and by what means we may prevail against him,
Yes.
that we may bind him to afflict him, and we will give thee, every one of us, 1,100 pieces of silver.
Yes.
And Delilah said to Shamshun, Tell me, I pray thee, wherein thy great strength lieth, and wherewith thou mightest be bound to afflict thee.
Now, this is something here you start to look at, you start to consider. Sound familiar? Proverb, that's good as well. Marshally, similar to what he's kind of saying. But the thing we start to kind of look at, anytime they come down for infiltration, it's always good or easy to use an inside man. Luke chapter 22. This is Luke chapter 22, verse 1. Listen.
Now the feast of unleavened bread drew nigh, which is called the Passover. And the chief priests and scribes sought how they might kill him,
Yeah.
for they feared the people. Then entered the adversary into Yehuda, surnamed Iscariot,
Yeah.
being of the number of the 12. And he went his way and communed with the chief
What
priests.
word we gave y'all for the adversary? That's right, the sod. The T-S-A-D. One of your definitions is the adversary. Come on.
And he went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains,
Yeah.
how he might betray him unto them.
He did what now?
He went his way and communed with the chief priests and captains,
Yeah, started communicating with the chief priests and the captains.
how he might betray him unto them.
How he might betray him unto them.
And they were glad and covenanted to give him money.
You know, they were glad to do it. They were coveted and they were willing to give money for him. The same way we found on him with Delilah. Isn't that right? The same way we found with Yehuda would be his name. Not Judas, Yehuda would be his name. And the same way you always find somebody inside, that'll be the one that betray you. Isn't that right? He told the same one that sit down to dinner with me, the same one going to lift their heels up against me. Isn't that right? Amazing that's the kind of mindset people wind up having. At the 9th chapter of the book of, sit at the 7th chapter of the book of Marshally. 7 and 10. Marshali, chapter 7, verse 10. Listen.
And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and subtle of heart.
What happened, son?
She is loud and stubborn.
And what happened?
Her feet abide not in her house.
Yes.
Now is she without. Now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner.
So don't you know when he was out there, they were lying in wait on him? What happened, son?
So she caught him and kissed him.
Wow.
Within.
Same way Yehuda did. He told him the one he go up and kiss, that's him. They were lying out in the street. They were waiting on him. And then purring their face, act like they're innocent. And the whole time when he caught him, that's exactly what he did, wound up kissing him. What happened?
And with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee.
Yeah.
I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love until the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves, for the good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey.
Come on.
He hath taken a bag of money with him,
Yeah.
and will come home at the day appointed.
Yes.
With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter.
As a who?
An ox goeth to the slaughter,
Or what else, son?
as a fool to the correction of the stocks.
And what happened?
Till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteneth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life.
That's how he had to wind up going. That's why they had to throw the spear and pierce him in his side. He had to fulfill what was written about him. All these people we talked about before that came along before him were actually thieves and robbers. They all took from him. Everybody that came along came mimicking him. He was our actual. He was not figurative. He was literal. Y'all got it? That's what we go back to look at the importance of why we need to know him, why we need to identify him, why it's important for us to come and make sure we go and search through the scripture. When he began to tell us certain things and certain attributes that he had, it's because other people that came through already gave us an identity for him. So when we saw him, we know that's him. At the see if that the second chapter of the book of see if that the seventh chapter, let me say third chapter of the book of Shemut. For whatever reason. Let's see where we're going with this one. No, make it the second chapter. Shemut chapter 2. Let me see about verse 7. We can read down from now. Shemut 2 and 7. Listen to the book.
Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, Go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moshe.
Yes.
And she said, Because I drew him out of the water.
Yes.
And it came to pass in those days when Moshe was grown, that he went out unto his brethren and looked on their burdens.
Yes.
And he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren.
Yes.
And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 men of the Hebrews strove together.
Yes.
And he said to him that did the wrong, Wherefore smitest thou thy fellow?
Yes.
And he said, Who made thee a prince and a judge over us?
See that? They want to know who made him a prince and a judge. What happened, son?
Intendest thou to kill me as thou killed the Egyptian?
Yes.
And Moshe feared and said, surely this thing is known. And when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moshe.
Hold what you got. Jump over to the 7th chapter, Acts of the Apostles. 7 and about 24. Acts chapter 7. Listen.
And when he was full 40 years old, it came into his heart to visit his brethren, the children of Yasharal.
Yes.
And seeing one of them suffer wrong,
Yeah.
he defended him.
Come on.
And avenged him that was oppressed and smote the Egyptian.
Yes.
For he supposed his brethren would have understood
How that what?
how that Elohim by his hand would deliver them.
What happened, son?
But they understood not.
But they understood not. What happened?
And the next day he shewed himself unto them as they strove,
Uh-huh.
and would have set them at one again, saying, Sirs, ye are brethren. Why do ye wrong one to another?
Yes.
But he that did his neighbor wrong thrust him away,
Come on.
saying, Who made thee a ruler and a judge over us?
Yes.
Wilt thou kill me as thou didst the Egyptian yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Then fled Moshe at this saying, and was a stranger in the land of Midian, where he begat 2 sons.
What we're actually going to kind of look at, and we're just kind of considering when we look at his position that the Most High had given him, that he had authority to make judgment calls. At the 18th chapter of the book of Shemut. Shemut chapter 18. Shemot chapter 18. Jump down and give me about verse 8. Let's see what it says. Listen.
And Moshe told his father-in-law all that Elohim had done unto Pharaoh.
He told his father-in-law all that Elohim had done unto Pharaoh. Come on.
And to the Egyptians for Yasharal's sake.
And to the Egyptian for Yasharal's sake.
And all the travail that had come upon them.
Yes.
By the way, and how Yahuwah delivered them.
Come on.
And Jethro rejoiced for all the goodness which Yahuwah had done to Yasharal, whom he had delivered out of the hand of the Egyptians.
Yes.
And Jethro said, Blessed be Yahuwah, who have delivered you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of Pharaoh, who have delivered the people from under the hand of the Egyptians.
Come on.
Now I know that Yahuwah is greater than all gods, for in the thing wherein they dwelt proudly, he was above them.
Come on.
And Jethro, Moshe's father-in-law, took a burnt offering and sacrifices for Yahuwah, and Aaron came, and all the elders of Yasharal, to eat bread with Moshe's father-in-law before Yahuwah.
Come on.
And it came to pass on the morrow that Moshe sat to judge the people, and the people stood by Moshe from the morning until the evening.
You see that? That came the next day. The people came to stand before him from the morning to the evening. Come on.
And when Moshe's father-in-law saw all that he did to the people, he said, What is this thing that thou doest to the people?
Yes.
Why sittest thou thyself alone, and all the people stand by thee from morning unto even?
Yes.
And Moshe said unto his father-in-law, Because the people come unto me to inquire of Yahuwah.
So now we're back to where we kind of started in the book of Yucatan, chapter 6. No man can come unto me except the Father which sent me draw him. So now you can see why the people wind up coming to him. The question they wind up asking earlier want to know who made him a ruler and who made him a judge over them. But now after the people had been delivered, that's what the book of Acts of the Apostle tried to tell. He supposed his brethren would have understood how that Yahuwah would have delivered them by his hand, but they understood not. The same way when he came down here to speak to us. In the book of Luke chapter 24 at verse 44. See, it's bad that everything you understand is at completion. Some things you need to kind of know before it gets to the end for you. Y'all got it? And that hurts us a lot of times, especially with the way of y'all synagogue. It's bad that everything you find out is always at the end of a thing. Y'all got it? Sometimes you got to kind of have some sight, and that's the purpose of giving you a pastor that's going to feed you with knowledge and understanding. Y'all got it? These are things you need to know. These are things you need to identify. But now when the folks started running him down and the folks went against him and want to know who made him a ruler, who made him a prince, who made him a judge over him, but he said they understood not. Saying they should have known this. They should have identified. All he was trying to do was set them back one against another, trying to separate them. And you could see a pattern of what he did before he wound up slaying the Egyptian. What did he wind up doing? He was looking. What was he looking for? Let's hold what you got. The book of Yahusha, chapter 28. Yahusha, y'all can erase that. Chapter 28, verse 20. 28 and 20. Listen to the book.
Again, the word of Yahuwah came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Zidon.
You hear this? Set your face against it. That's when he came, he told her he was the son of man. Set your face against it. Come on, son.
And prophesy against it. And say, Thus saith Yahuwah, Behold, I am against thee, O Zidon.
Yes.
And I will be glorified in the midst of thee.
Yes.
And they shall know that I am Yahuwah.
Yes.
When I shall have executed judgments in her, and shall be sanctified in her. For I will send into her pestilence, and blood into her street.
Yes.
And the wounded shall be judged in the midst of her by the sword upon her every side.
Yes.
And they shall know that I am Yahuwah.
Yes.
And there shall be no more a pricking briar unto the house of Yasharal,
Yes.
nor any grieving thorn of all that are round about them, that despise them, and they shall know that I am Yahuwah.
Yes.
Thus saith Yahuwah, When I shall have gathered the house of Yasharal from the people among whom they are scattered,
Yeah.
and shall be sanctified in them in the sight of the heathen, then shall they dwell in their land that I have given to my servant Jacob.
Come on.
And they shall dwell safely therein, and shall build houses and plant vineyards.
Yes.
Yea, they shall dwell with confidence, when I have executed judgments upon all those that despise them round about them. And they shall know that I am Yahuwah, their Elohim.
Yes.
Chapter 29.
22 and 26. Yahusha, chapter 22 and 26. Listen.
Her priests have violated my law.
Her priests have violated my law.
And have profaned my Kudash things.
Yes.
They have put no difference between the Kudash and profane.
That's what we're supposed to be doing. A lot of y'all behaviors have gone contrary. And that's the purpose of putting us up here as ministers and leaders, to make sure that things that have been deemed to be defiled, to be repulsive, to be abomination, to make sure it don't even be named, or you don't even have it among you. In the 5th chapter, before you go, give me the 5th chapter of the book of Ephesians, 5 and 1. Other brother, get me the 18th chapter of the book of Uyakra. Uyakra. This is 5 and 1 Ephesians. Listen.
Be ye therefore followers of Yahuwah,
as
dear children,
and walk
in love as
he told you, if you love me, what you supposed to do, brother?
Keep my commandments.
Supposed to keep my commandment. How many of y'all in here guilty? Don't even raise your hand of breaking this man's commandment. That means you don't love him. You can come, you can show up, you can give your money, you can give your time, you can sing, you can usher, you can preach, you can work equipment, you can clean up, you can cut grass, but you don't love him if you don't keep what he told you. That's the purpose of why you got leaders up here to try to go through and instruct y'all on what you need to be doing. But y'all violated the man's law. Come on.
and walk in love as Mashiach also have loved us and have given himself for us an offering and a sacrifice to Yahuwah for a sweet-smelling savor.
What did we talk about that savor being? The aroma. We had incense. When we offered up those sacrifices, when they were done correctly, then it was supposed to be an aroma in his nostril. But when your behavior is contrary, he said he don't even want to smell it. Just like as we come up on our festive time that we're getting ready to have, it don't have any value to him when you've been a violator of what he told you. Hold what you got, the book of Yeshayahu. Yeshayahu chapter 1. Give me verse 10. A little different for y'all, huh? A little different for you. Y'all really got to get right. The whole congregation got to get right. You got to get rid of your conniving ways. The same one of them things, just keep repenting, you just get over and it's over when it's done. You got to get right. It's got to be a lifetime commitment, everybody. Stop trying to find your own way. Stop trying to do your own thing. That's what got you contrary. When the man tell you to do something, just reading that Ephesians 5:1, over 99% of y'all already condemned. Finish reading that 5:1 right quick. He got me Yeshayahu chapter 1 at verse 10. It ain't just y'all, everybody. But you know what judgment got to begin? Got to start right here. If it first began for us, what's going to be the end for them people out there that ain't obeying the truth? Y'all think it's hard? That's what the book teaches. The judgment got to start with us. People might look and say, man, you're crazy. I wouldn't let man be calling them stupid, use a nigga, man, tell them they're going to burn in hell. Judgment got to start with us. People don't read the book. It got to start with us. Yahusha called them stupid when he called them a fool and slow of heart to believe all that the prophets have spoken. He saw not the Messiah that suffer these things to enter in his glory. And he went right back through the law, beginning that motion. And all the prophets, he expounded them in all the scripture, the things concerning himself. Listen.
Be ye therefore followers of Yahuwah,
as
dear children,
and walk
in love,
as
Mashiach also hath loved us,
and has given himself
for us, an offering and a sacrifice to Yahuwah for a sweet-smelling savor.
Listen.
But fornication.
That's where the problem come in at. Fornication. Fornication ain't just also sexual immorality. Fornication and where you go out these idol gods. When you go and you land with these other gods. Come on.
And all uncleanness.
All uncleanness. Let it.
Or covetousness.
Or covetousness.
Let it not be once named among you.
As.
Becometh saints.
How many of y'all in here feel like you're a saint? Everybody don't want to say nothing. These things ain't supposed to be named once among us as becoming saints. But those that didn't raise your hand, why you didn't? What you doing? If you're here to get something. This is being really honest with you guys, as honest as I can be with you. If you're here to get something. How is it that you got here and you hear this? So what do you tell yourself when the man said, don't let there be once named among you? What do you tell yourself? I'm working on it? Because I didn't read that in the scripture when he told us to work on it. The only thing I know he told you to work on, he said, well, work out your own soul salvation. He didn't tell you to work on that. Work it out. Make sure you get it right. Make sure you get it complete. Make sure that you got a just work being going. How is it that you ain't met the mandate? Is it because you ain't been taught? Or is it because you got your own ideology? The average of you have your own ideology on what you call right and what you think is sin versus what you've been told to do. This hurts us. As a long time, this hurts us because you read that this is what we've been called and mandated to do. The man told us himself, Yahusha, that neither pray out for these alone, but for them also which shall believe on me through. The man prayed for you. If you believe what they said, so if you don't believe it, what you think gonna happen? According to what Mark told you, then you're gonna be condemned because you believe not. He that believeth and is baptized, he that believeth not. So you're in a damnable state. You don't even believe the book. Why is it that we try to look for so much information when we even haven't got the basics down yet? The first thing a man got to do is try to hear and got to see where he stands. When you see where you stand, then you got to sit down and you got to make some choices. As did Yahusha when he got ready to take the people over. You had to choose this day who you were going to serve. Are you going to stay with the same God we were serving on the other side of the flood? And the average you've opted out on serving him, the Most High, that you can set and you can still keep your old conniving ways. Most of you ain't learned how to do. You weren't good in the street with what you done. Because I see your stuff so tacking here, you get caught too much. I know you could have been good in the street with it. Because it's just sloppy. And then you come in, you think you're going to con the Most High, the Creator? You ain't conning him. You don't even realize you're being set up as a trap. You know another reason I had y'all read the 34th chapter of the book of Bereshit? It was a trap. It's a trap. Shechem actually thought we were going to give him our women. He just told you the thing you did ought not even been done in Yashrael. How did you think we were going to cut a deal and we were going to give you our women? What made you thought we were going to let you come here and inherit this land with us? And we were going to swap and trade with you. And the book told you when we told him that, we did it deceitfully. In bad shape. We're in bad shape. And you know the thing is, even we come along in your cause, y'all been taught this in the 14th chapter. He said when these folk come up to inquire him, he said, I, Elohim, shall answer that man, and I will deceive him. I'm going to deceive that man so I can take him down. Why do you start looking at you deceive these people? Just like when you look at, when you start to look at Simeon and Levi, why they wind up deceiving them. See that the 29th chapter of the book of Dabarim. I know I got a lot of stuff out there. We'll try to come and clean all this stuff up. This we do the Most High permit. I'll tell y'all before, y'all be playing around. The time you killing in him, you ain't wasting my time. I got to be him. I get paid to be him. Huh? I remember I used to play in school. The lady would tell me, and I have people laugh. She said, do they pay you to be a clown? I try to play it out and be stupid. She said, they pay me to be him. So if you're going to be a clown, you at least ought to get paid for it. Sit there and you looking stupid at that point. Like, trying to play it out like, yeah, she the fool. No, you the fool. She said, they pay me to be him. Who paying you to be a stupid idiot? Who paying you to be a sinner? Who paying you to be a transgressor? See, all these things y'all got to sit down. You got to consider. The time you putting in, what's your real effort? What you going to get out of it? If you ain't here to get saved and you ain't here to possess the Spirit, you killing time. Yep. This stuff going to be a snare, going to be a trap to you. Listen.
At verse 1.
Come on.
These are the words of the covenant which Yahuwah commanded Moshe to make with the children of Yasharal in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb.
Yeah.
And Moshe called unto all Yasharal and said unto them,
what did he tell them?
Ye have seen all that Yahuwah did before your eyes in the land of Egypt, unto Pharaoh, and unto all his servants, and unto all his land.
Yeah.
The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles. Yet Yahuwah hath not given you an heart to perceive.
Oh, what else?
And eyes to see.
What else?
And ears to hear unto this day.
You hear that? You can sit and you be witnessing all this stuff that's been going on, the teaching, the information, the identifying, the Hebrew alphabet, and the whole time you've been going, you ain't had no concept of what's going on. Some of y'all, you think because you seeing and you holding with your natural eyes and your ears, it's got to be a spiritual hearing. It's got to be spiritual eyes you got to have. When he told Yeshayahu to go and speak to these people, they won't hear and they won't see and they won't understand. This was all spiritual. Y'all, you know why? Because the Spirit searches all things. Yea, the deep things are Elohim. It's deeper than what y'all think it is. Y'all hear me? It's kind of like on New Jay City when Nino told this thing bigger than Nino Brown. But y'all hadn't even conceived. Y'all keep thinking there's a covenant that he gave us that you can continue to sin and you're going to be okay. You can continue to come and transgress when you've been told repeatedly what you need to do and you can't get it right. Now, what do you think going to be the penalty for all this stuff? When he said and told these people, he was talking to them, letting them know, now, this is the covenant that I'm making with y'all this day. Y'all hear me? This is beside the other covenant we made. You've seen and you've heard, yet you hadn't had no concept. You know, to them, they had to look and say, hold on for a minute. How you going to say I don't understand? How you going to say I didn't get a concept? I know you had. Your actions show me you had. Come on, son.
And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your clothes are not waxen old upon you.
What else happened, son?
And thy shoe is not waxen old upon thy foot. Ye have not eaten bread, neither have drunk wine or strong drink, that ye might know that I am Yahuwah your Elohim.
Yes.
And when ye came into this place, Sihon the king of Heshbon and Og the king of Bashan came out against us into battle.
Yeah.
And we smote them.
And we took them down. Come on.
And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance unto the Reubenites.
Come on.
And to the Gadites and to half the tribe of Manasseh.
Yes.
Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them.
Keep therefore the what now?
The words of this covenant.
Yes.
And do them. that ye may prosper in all that ye do. Ye stand this day, all of you, before Yahuwah, your Elohim, your captains of your tribes, your elders and your officers, with all the men of Yasharal.
Yes.
Your little ones, your wives, and thy stranger that is in thy camp.
Yes.
From the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water.
Yes.
That thou shouldest enter into covenant with Yahuwah thy Elohim, and into his oath, which Yahuwah thy Elohim maketh with thee this day.
Come on, son.
That he may establish thee today for a people unto himself.
Come on.
And that he may be unto thee an Elohim,
Come on.
as he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Yitzchak, and to Jacob.
Yes.
Neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath,
What happened, son?
but with him that standeth here with us this day.
You hear that?
before.
In your hill woods, the people that even draw your water, all your servants. He said, I'm making a covenant with all of you this day. Come on, son.
But with him that standeth here with us this day,
Yeah.
before Yahuwah our Elohim, and also with him that is not here with us
Yeah.
this day.
Y'all hear this? So when Cuff told us the promise is unto you and to who else? Only way we could take that because we got to know the law. Cuff didn't have authority to just come and give somebody a covenant that wasn't there. What he spake and what he told us had to be according to the law. Come on, son.
For ye know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt,
Yes.
and how we came through the nations which ye passed by.
Yes.
And ye have seen their abominations and their idols,
Yeah.
wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them.
That's why we start looking at their Oscars, their Grammys. We start looking at their superheroes. We start looking at their trophies. We start seeing the nation idols. Now, he done let us do the same thing he did with Yashraal. All we doing is passing through these lands. We dispersed everywhere. And when we go through these lands, we start to notice all of these are their gods. We done took them on. You know what I used to look at? How stupid our fathers were to take that stuff on. How would you sit here and take on these people God? And we sit here and they gave them to us. They just gave us Greek titles. They eased them on us. And we know, they knew we weren't going to check and look them up and root word them. They knew you weren't going to look at what a superhero was. They knew you were taking it and you'll run on with it and think it wasn't nothing but a little harmless toy. Why they make it a God? They know exactly what they're doing. They've conned us the whole time we've been here. The whole time they've been here, we've been here, they conned us. Every time they talked us into getting honey. Ain't that right? They conned us into everything they gave us. Told us an unclean bee could give us some clean honey. From out of his belly, out of his mouth, it was unclean because what it eat unclean. He deemed everything he gave us, it has a digestive system that's different. Well, that's how it is. We don't look at it, we don't even consider doing it. That's what he looked at. My people doth not even consider. Come on.
Lest there should be among you
That's
man
why we got a problem right there, Brandon. Unless there should be among you a man
or woman
or a woman
or family
or a family
or tribe.
or a tribe. It could be a whole people. See, he said, everybody that's here, I make this covenant with you this day. It could be one individual that said it and said it. It could be a couple that could say that. It could be a female or a male. It could be two of them. Matter of fact, it ain't got to be two of them. It could be a household. Matter of fact, it ain't got to be a household. It can be a whole tribe. What happened, son?
Whose heart turneth away this day.
That's what my problem is with you guys. That's my problem. Y'all heart done turned away from him. Men of care, y'all been guilty of it. You know you've been guilty of turning your heart away from him. You done sat here and heard the curse. You done heard this. You done saw all the things that the Most High done done. You done saw all the abomination of these nations, and you still keep trying to find a reason, rationale why you can go back to it. A lot of y'all just like Ananias and Sapphira. That's why they got taken out. You done saw it. You done heard it. You done seen all that the Most High done did for us, and y'all still go back to these abominations. Come on, son.
Whose heart turneth away this day from Yahuwah our Elohim.
Yes.
To go and serve the gods of these nations.
Listen.
Lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood.
That's what we got our problem in. Lest there should be a root among you that beareth what?
Gall and wormwood.
Listen.
And it come to pass, when he heareth the words of this curse,
You
that
do
he
know
bless
that was
himself.
a curse, didn't you? This covenant I'm going to give you also attached with a curse. That when you hear the words of this covenant, and you do what?
That he bless himself in his heart,
And do what?
saying, I shall have peace, though I walk in the imagination of mine heart.
So who give you the mind to go and search out and look for things you've been told not to do? It ain't from Yahuwah. Huh? What were y'all supposed to do when these kind of things come up? Huh? That's 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 4. You remember that 29th chapter. I know we got a lot of stuff on the table. But some kind of way we'll clear it up.
Amen.
Listen.
For the weapons of our warfare
Are not
carnal,
but mighty
through Yahuwah,
through the who?
to the pulling down of strongholds,
Doing what else, son?
casting down imagination.
So what you think happening when I hear the words of this curse, of this covenant, and I tell myself, although he said we shouldn't and we can't, and he preached and told us not to, I can do it.
Not obedient.
You can't if you ain't got the weapons. That's going to be the problem. You can't do it if you ain't got the weapons.
That's right.
And why it's going to be important for us when you start looking at the weapons of our warfare, how they mighty through him. When it came down, we was under Philistines, before David became our king, we couldn't take them down. We had them same kind of weapons before. Mm-hmm. And yet we couldn't stop Goliath. But when it came down and you start fighting through Yahuwah, that's how we took him down. That's why a lot of y'all still stay trapped. You keep trying to fight your carnal problem with your carnal ways. It ain't going to work. You got to fight your carnal ways with a spiritual warfare.
That's right.
Y'all hear me?
That's right.
When he started trying to tell us about putting on the whole armor of Elohim, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against
principality,
spiritual, what was it?
Wicked.
In high places. These things hold us captive, and the problem had come, we hadn't learned how to actually fight them off. Most of us sit here and you more or less try to suppress the behavior for a while, then you wind up going right back to it because you don't know how to use your spiritual warfare. These problems hurt us. What's wrong when I hear the words and this word that we heard in the book of Dabarim, 29th chapter, is so important for us that we don't even pay attention to things like this. The man said, I make a covenant with you, everybody that's here that can hear it this day. Not only with you that's here this day, but all them that even are far off. But you got to have in a respect that you're going to have to keep away from everything that these other nations got. That's why I told y'all before, we got to separate ourselves from these people. When he told us to come out from among them and be ye separate, said to who? Yahuwah. And touch not the unclean things. And guess what I do?
Receive you.
That's how you're going to become my sons and daughters, through obedience. This is what we got to look at. Obedience is what put us in line to being a son. That's what a father looks for from a child. Or from a daughter, a parent. You look for obedience. If you're saying you're my child, then I'm going to need you to obey what I'm telling you. This is what we've lacked. We've lacked obedience. We've been calling him our father, but we hadn't actually shown the behavior of being children. Just like he told us, follow him as dear, don't give me no problems. Take what the words say, and I need you to line right up with it and go along with it. This is the only way you got a covenant of him being your father and him being and you being his child. A lot of us have been claiming him for the long, but we have no behavior that lines up. We don't have any consistency. We're not steadfast. We're not continuing in nothing. The only thing we continue to do is to find ways to get out and get around things, and it hurts us. It hurts us in the long run. When we've been told and we've been taught things to do, that's what we got to stay with. And it should be a problem that you can't find yourself lining up or keeping yourself enough to obey the book. Every one of us, you ought to consider this at some point. But then you look at here and you don't consider the covenant, and that's good, because you need to consider the second half. Back to that 29th chapter right quick. What verse you look at? 22, 23?
19.
19. Let's see what he told. Listen.
That he blessed himself in his heart, saying,
He will bless himself in his heart, saying,
I shall have peace,
though I do what?
walk in the imagination of mine heart.
Although I got my own mind. I'm still my own person. I'm still a man. I'm still a woman. And I'm still entitled to do what I want to do. What happened, son?
To add drunkenness to thirst.
Uh-huh.
Yahuwah will not spare him.
He gonna give him mercy.
Yahuwah will not spare him.
He's not going to spare him. What happened, son?
But then the anger of Yahuwah and his jealousy shall smoke against that man.
And what else, son?
And all the curses that are written in this book shall lie upon him.
They're going to lie upon him. What else?
And Yahuwah shall blot out his name from under Shamayim.
Y'all hear this? I'm going to blot your name from up under Shamayim. Come on.
And Yahuwah shall separate him unto evil out of all the tribes of Yasharal.
Take you out from the people and going to set you up and make you a curse and separate you from us. Come on.
According to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the law, so that the generation to come of your children that shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from a far land, shall say, when they see the plagues of that land, and the sicknesses which Yahuwah hath laid upon it,
Yeah.
and that the whole land thereof is brimstone, and salt, and burning, that it is not sown, nor beareth, nor any grass groweth therein, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah, and Zeboim, which Yahuwah overthrew in his anger and in his wrath.
Yeah.
Even all nations shall say, Wherefore hath Yahuwah done thus unto this land?
Yeah.
What meaneth the heat of this great anger?
Yeah.
Then men shall say, Because they have forsaken the covenant of Yahuwah.
That's the problem. So now we ask ourselves, why are we going through and why we find things being so hard on us? Exactly right. The truth be told, ask yourself why you're going through the way you're going through. Ask yourself why you keep finding things befalling you and things keep happening. Have you forsaken the covenant? Every one of us in here got to examine ourselves to see whether or not we're in the faith. Prove your own self and know whether or not you be the Mashiach. He said, except you be reprobates. When you become reprobate, that means you're worthless. Everybody in here, you got to search yourself and find out exactly where you're at. This is a critical walk we're in. We've laughed, we've played, we've danced, we've sung, we've given money, we've eaten, and we've drunk. But now you got to start to consider this thing coming to an end for us. Just like we looked at the book, told he's going to be called a Nazarene. This man coming back in the time of wheat harvest. When he come back in, he looking to come back and he looking to fill up his barn. And everything that don't fill up his barn, he looking to chop this stuff and he looking to burn it up. Just like he told you, he should be called a Nazarene. What else did Shamshun do? He took foxes and lit their tails up and set them in and burned down the whole fields. And he said he was blameless. He said he was blaming when he destroyed the fields of them. He going to be blaming when he come back in, he destroyed everyone that had obeyed and kept this covenant. We've gotten out here and we relaxed ourselves so much, we're too far out here. Y'all been told about these high heel shoes. Y'all hard-headed, you keep wearing them. When y'all hear the words of these curses, y'all just do what y'all want to do. Y'all been told this, ain't you? Y'all been told y'all are dressed in modest or modern. Modest apparel and can't dress drunk. Not with gold, pearls, costly array, but women professing Elohim with good works. Everybody have been told what they need to do. Y'all feel like over a course of time, y'all comfortable enough you can do and well what you want to do. You think it's all right to come here and let us see your nipple finna give milk. We don't want to see it. That's not modest. While you might think it's okay, it ain't okay with him because he put a rule in him for a reason. Y'all got me? And people might want to know why I'm telling you to do this, and you might want to know who made me a ruler and who made me a judge. He did. And I suppose you would understood how he going to deliver you by my hand. But as it was with him, you understand not. But we're in a critical time right now. We're in another critical time where some of y'all going to have to fall away. At 2 Thessalonians 2:1. Come on.
Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of Yahusha HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him.
Now this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. 5:1, 1 Thessalonians 5:1. What did he say?
But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you.
For what do you know?
For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahuwah so cometh as a thief in the night.
So we go back over to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 at verse 1. What did he do?
Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of Yahusha HaMashiach, and by our gathering together unto him.
So now we're going to sit down, we're going to look at that. Now Moshe just finna tell you about that. He said when their father-in-law sat down and observed it, he told him, all Yashrael come unto me for judgment. He done told you the same thing with that when the Son of Man come down, he going to set down his kingdom and all these nations going to be gathered to him. Moshe told you he going to be just like me. Everybody going to have to come right to this man for judgment. When are we looking for this man to start to come back for us? It's going to have to be in the time of wheat harvest. We do know if he's going to be called a Nazarene and we start to look at behavior. Interesting enough, we find some other things out about the Nazarene man. At the 16th chapter of the book of Shaphatim. What's the last verse?
31.
31. Give me verse 29. Shaphatim chapter 16, verse 29. Listen.
And Shamshun took hold of the two middle pillars upon which the house stood,
Yes.
and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand, and of the other with his left.
Come on.
And Shamshun said, Let me die with the Philistines.
Yes.
And he bowed himself with all his might. And the house fell upon the lords and upon all the people that were therein.
Yeah.
So the dead which he slew at his death were more than they which he slew in his life.
You hear that? We start looking at Yahusha when he was here, how many people he saved while he was here. But yet when he died, it been more in his death than it was in his living. Huh?
Amen.
So we would look and we would refer to him similar as we would to Adam, as the book would refer to him as the false step. The book referred to him as the false step because he was not the true son. You didn't want to know that, did you? It actually referred to him as the false step. See, because when you start to look at him, what the son actually came to do was to give life. We didn't wind up getting life through Adam. We wound up getting death. So when Shaul wrote concerning him, he actually called him the false step. Because we look at when the son came, the son told you, I have come that you might have, what was it? And that you might have it what?
More abundant.
But when Adam came, you didn't get life. You wound up getting death. We wound up finding out that the transgression was passed down. Mm-hmm. Isn't that right? As we wind up saying it in one of our proverbs by Yahusha, the fathers have eaten sour grape and the children's teeth have been set on edge. So now we start to find the same thing. When Shamshun came, he wound up destroying 1,000 men. But we start looking at when Yahusha came on the scene, he wound up feeding thousands of men. Mm-hmm. We look at how many people he healed. Yet it told us in Shamshun's death, he killed more in his death than he did in his living. We find out in Yahusha's death, he wound up saving more people than what he did when he was living. So we'll refer to him as a false step. Are y'all all right? Yeah. There are just things we really want to make sure we start working on. I think what's going to be a good idea for us to really make sure we work on, let's work on getting rid of sin. That's why we're going back to look at the covenant, start looking at the agreements he made with us. Hey, you Yikra. I know I called a lot of stuff, but just get me that 18:1. Because I think what you guys have done, I know y'all have, ain't no thinking it, but I know y'all have slept and went dormant and went right back into sin. He done told you, let not sin therefore have no reign in your mortal body, that you should obey it in the lust thereof. But y'all done it. I know y'all done it. I ain't no fool. I know when he put stuff on my heart. For whatever reason, I'm just real unsettled with you guys today. I've been unsettled with you guys since yesterday. I know the hardness of your heart. I know y'all have. I know y'all done got comfortable. I know y'all done it. I know he ain't led me wrong. Y'all done got so comfortable, you just been doing it. You don't think nothing about it. That's why stuff keep coming up. That's why stuff keep happening. Because you keep thinking you're all right. You're not all right. Stuff keep coming up for a reason to try to let you know you need to get right. You need to get rid of junk before you wind up burning in hell. It's going to be a trap. Y'all start looking at other people. Other people all right. Other people done did stuff. I ain't did as much as somebody else, and somebody else doing something. You got to look at, save yourself. Save yourself. End of the day, we got to get this stuff out. Folks, we done got the name, we got the teacher, we got the alphabet. We know what we got to do. We have an identity to our Elohim and a responsibility and an obligation. And he wants you to know, just like you looking for eternal life, you need to look for eternal damnation if you break it. That's part of your covenant. When Moshe told us, he told us, behold, I set before you blessing and cursing. Life and, I told you to choose life and live. Not only just you and your seed. Just like what he did in the beginning. He ain't changed nothing. Not only I'll kill you, I'm going to kill your seed too. Huh? Okay. Okay, take it your way. Even when Moshe had been instructed, when he came down to his house, he was going to kill his son. That baby was responsible for circumcising himself. Not at all. But he was coming to meet him. I'll kill you and your seed. That's what he's trying to let us show. I'll blot that man's name out. No, I'll get that man and his seed. Every one of them, we got to get this stuff right. We got to make sure we get all this junk, all this extra food, and get it out your heart and get out your mind, folks, you're going to be saved. I'm being honest, we got to get fully committed. We ain't even went through no troublous times. There's going to be some troublous times they're going to come to try. He said, man, they're going to come to try the whole world. And you sit around and look at the truth be told, we ain't even ready. You're going to come out trying to quote the alphabet. You're going to try to quote their word when you ain't even got enough strength and power to resist sin. That ain't going to help you. I mean, our people know the alphabet and know Hebrew words and they still going to burn in hell. Our fathers knew it. They testified in the book of Telahim when we say he came down to Israel. He said, I didn't understand that strange language. Our fathers, they didn't understand these strange language. They spoke fluently what we're learning. Yet they still were transgressors. Y'all got to make sure your heart get right, folks. He done told y'all nothing but the pure in heart gonna see this man. Don't sit here and let nobody make no fool. Don't get comfortable with your spouse. Don't get comfortable with your kid. Don't even get comfortable with yourself. Make sure you get saved. If nobody will commit their mind to doing, you got to commit yourself. In all your ways, you got to acknowledge him so he can direct your path. The reason y'all don't find yourself cut off in your path because you hadn't been acknowledging him. Something wrong with your mind when you go pick up wrong and you know right. Y'all know good and well you had no obeyed. Y'all say y'all who done told us at best, they have not all obeyed. That book ain't went nowhere. The book right. Their time, 2015, September, what's the date? The 20th? The 19th, book still right. Hebrew time, Gregorian time, the book still right.
Amen.
And the truth told, we have been doing nothing but transgressing. Been lying and been doing stuff, claiming that you going somewhere you can't go because you hadn't obeyed. He going to give the spirit as Cuff told her to them that obey him. If you trying to obtain the spirit, why you not obeying the book? You've heard the curse and you heard the blessing. Why you hadn't constrained yourself? Trying to get this thing right. Stop hypocriting, false pretending. Quite sitting around here backbiting. You know what's going to happen to you. This man done sent in poisonous snake because they murmured and grumbled. This man have done opened the earth and swallowed them up because they said that they withstood against his man. Every time these folks went against, he destroyed, he cut them off. What you think gonna happen to you? Ain't nobody make no fool out of you. These folks come, he told you with sinners try to entice you. What he told you to do? Come talk that fool, man. Go on about your business, man. Consent now not. I wasn't doing that. I was just listening. Don't even get involved. Isn't that right? You talking about your soul on the line. Y'all done sat here, man. Y'all done y'all brother disappoint me so bad, I don't even know what to tell y'all. Y'all just be ashamed of yourself. I'm like Aaron, man. I like sex like the next man. But I ain't finna get no sex that finna carry me to hell. I don't want to be with nobody that gonna lead me nowhere and take me off of what that man done told me to do. I just don't want to do it. Y'all hear me? Ain't nobody worth having that gonna lead me off to destruction. Every one of y'all know better. Y'all done sat and cut all these old bad deals. Y'all don't realize y'all hurt people. You not helping them, you hurt them. Because these people will think they're okay when they're not okay because you allow them to do stuff and you say, see, they wrong and you think you're going to save somebody when you can't even save yourself because you ain't obedient. How am I going to save somebody when they ain't obedient? Huh? How am I going to help you when they ain't even got it right? Y'all just get comfortable. Y'all let time go on. Y'all start using each other. Well, such and such doing it, and such and such doing it. That's how we going to do it. What our book tell about that? Well, not as others that judge themselves by themselves. In so doing, man, what did the rules say? What does the rules say for us? We can't judge ourselves by nobody else. We already know that's a trap, that's a snare. We use the word. That's our guideline. That's the only spectrum we got when it comes down to looking at doing what this man told her, having any connection to him. We in bad shape. We in bad shape. We ain't got no self-control. We ain't got no discipline. We ain't got the right karma or what it takes to even get a prayer through. We ain't just in bad shape. And then what we start doing is this overly retarded sacrificing. Overly retarded sacrifice. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my shoes off. I'm going to go walk across some burning glass so I can show the Lord how I love him. This would be stupid. This would be dumb. You know how I'm going to show him I love him? Put these shoes on and obey what he told me. I don't care, Dave, if I lose my feet. They have to cut off at my knee. I'm going to just show him I love him. He got a problem with it because you know why? I ain't tell you to do it. This again brings you back into just what the book of Yahusha told you. You self-will. Y'all got dangerous. Y'all got dangerous. Some stuff y'all do, don't go put it on him. He said, I ain't told you to do that. I'm going to die in him. I was just like, die in him? No, I'm going to obey in him. We all got to start looking at what y'all be saying. A lot of stuff y'all say, he never told y'all to say that stuff. That's not something he ever told y'all. Y'all got to start looking. The most effort we ought to put in anything we're doing is obeying. Amen. You know he told me what better than sacrifice? Obedience. That's everybody here. Obedience. Yes, obedience is better than sacrifice. He said, you know what? You can save that extra sacrifice. You know what I'm doing? I'm going to drive my car into that bridge so I can show him I love him. Just tear it all to pieces. He said, you could do that, but I swear I didn't tell you to do it. Now the stuff we've been doing is because we got our own mindset about things. I'm trying to let me take away from me. The Most High is trying to get us to change and turn from what we've been doing. I got so many little bit of attitudes. I got so many little things going on with y'all guys. It built up to be a mess. And this is what he just said, how the priests violate my law and how they hadn't went and put a difference between the clean and the unclean. All these things that sat down, he look at, that's a problem. It's a problem. Because you guys been going, you've been here, but y'all still been. What I tell them to do last night? I'm saying, go home, get some sleep. Get you some coffee coming here. I want y'all to sleep in my class. What they do every time? They'll come back in and sleep anyway. It ain't going to make no difference. Because you got your own mind. Nothing don't change. Nothing don't move you. You don't look at it for your soul. It's for your soul. He told, when Cup never sleep, you know he told them? He said, you can't stay awake 1 hour. He told them to stay up so you don't enter into temptation. You're going to wind up slipping off. You're going to wind up messing up. A lot of y'all don't realize it's going to show in your behavior every time. You ain't going to be able to obey nothing. You ain't going to be able to follow nothing. You ain't going to be able to stay with nothing. There's no way. Why you going to have other people suffer through and stay up and say, you just go, like you just sleep. Like you sleep. I'm going to give him the same thing I'm giving everybody else because I know his heart. I got to look at people that's resisting. I got to look at people obeying. He not obeying. He not getting nothing. It's that serious, but we got to get, a lot of y'all come here just like a kid, you train them up. I already know why a lot of them go to sleep. Let me tell you why they go to sleep. They stay up late, let them get up early, let them play, and by the time they get here, it's already time to go to sleep. We have to start checking. And this is what happened, the reason we let them happen, because that's how we do things. We program ourselves not to be alert where we need to be. But on them jobs, you know you can't pull that job. They don't walk in that job, they catch you stretched out on one of them chairs. Where you going? You fine. You gone. Go ahead and try it. You know they let you go. Because you know, you look at, that job, they say they funny. That's the white man job. He said, I wish you give me that white man honor. Let's see if he told it. Say that Malachi. Malachi chapter 1. I got it in my pocket. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. Y'all do what y'all want to do. Y'all just ain't going to keep doing to him. Is it personal? Yes, it is personal. It's always personal. How I'm going to shoot a man ain't going to be personal. I had some against you. It's personal. They're like they say, well, how you going to say the man he your personal savior? When he ain't your personal savior, he business? It's all personal. This your soul. It ought to be personal for you. You're not getting something that you need. Why? Is it because I'm not dispersing it or you're not actually in a position to receive it? It's going to be one or the other. When Shaul came across them when he came from Corinth, he asked them, hey, you received the Ruach HaKodesh since you believed. You've been believing. He's saying, why you ain't got it? Then they was able to put the blame where it belonged. We hadn't heard. Hadn't nobody told me. That's why I had to identify all these different behaviors. That's why I had to cut down these behaviors. I got to tell you, because they hurt you in the long run. A lot of stuff y'all take it the wrong way, and you don't look at it to save your soul. Whole lot of people y'all don't take it to save your soul. If you don't get it, I guarantee you the one going to hell. If I don't give it to you, I guarantee that I'll meet you there. Now, I got in my mind, I ain't going. So I'm going to give it to you. Now, what you do with what you get is up to you. But you're going to hell at the end of the day. I'm telling you, just like Moses said, I know y'all. I already know. Y'all been rebellious in my living. I know y'all going to be much more rebellious when I die. I know y'all going to get worse. Because y'all going to feel like y'all can really slip off then. It's going to really be wide open. They're going to try everything they can. That's just going to be what they do. That's the kind of attitude of the people I got. But that's the characteristic of Yashrael. She always going to try to slip by, try to get what she can. She going to try to ease something. First time they get a chance, they going to do it now. You got to just put in the line, just make sure you let them know. You're going to hell at the end of the day. That's all you need to know. You're going to hell. Judgment be paid. Now, you can say what you want now. The man gave the same authority to the apostle. He told them, whosoever sin you remit or retain, You're going to keep your sin. I tell you to keep your sin. You're done. He said, whoever sin you remit, they forgiven. That's it. Y'all go ahead and do how you want to do. Because I'm telling you, he already told you what he did. He done gave all judgment to the who? You get what Yahusha told us at 3 in the first Yahusha 3:1. He told us, now are we? He proved it. The Son got the rule. When the Son leaves, guess who he passed it to? Gave it the moon and the stars. You go ahead and do what you want to do. Them stars got the rule at night. I want to see the Son. He ain't here. You got to see me. I don't like you. If you don't like me, I guarantee you don't like the Son. I came out from the Son. That's how I know y'all going to hell. I know you don't like it. How am I sit up here and say, I can't stand them stars? There's nowhere in the world I like the Son. There's no way I like this. It's no way possible because they all came out from the Son. That's why he told you, he that heareth you, he that heareth not you, and whoever despises you, and you going to despise who sent me. Them stars didn't get there by themselves. They got there from the moon, and the moon came out from the sun. So when you despise the star, you despise the moon and the sun. You know you're going to burn in hell. Y'all been in this way too long. Y'all been captive too long. You've been stagnated too long. At what point do you examine yourself and look and see, are you in the faith? Come on, son.
Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Y'all hear what Edom said? What happened, son?
Thus saith Yahuwah of hosts.
What did he tell them, son?
They shall build.
He said, you can go ahead. They're going to build. What he going to do?
But I will throw down.
I'm going to throw down. You know he's going to be called a Nazarene or a Nazar. Guess what he wound up doing? The Philistine built too. He said there was over 3,000 men sitting on top of the building. As it were people in the building. They built, but I guarantee he tore down. He tore it down. Took both his hands and had a young man with lead and said, put my hands and let me feel the pillars. Put a right hand and left hand on the pillar, and he took the whole building down. So you can go ahead and you can build all you want to. It's coming down. Same thing he told them, it came our people building this. When they showed him to build another temple, he said ain't going to be one stone left upon another, ain't going to be thrown down. Guess what he was trying to tell them, Dave? Y'all can call me a Nazarene. I'm going to tear that building down. They don't look at stuff like that. More too, he's going to be called a Nazarene. He's going to be called a Nazar. So what do you think they're going to do? I got to tear down. Huh? Guess what else Samson was? He was a judge. That's why I told him to go back and get you that 15th chapter. When he told you how the Father judges, what was again? But he committed all judgment to the who? Call me a Nazar. That's what he do. I'm going to do the judging. All these titles he gave all these people, he came on showing going to fit it. That's why he had to come up and was raised in Nazareth. Because he going to call me a Nazar. Guess what? I'm going to be a judge. He was from the tribe of Dan. That's what Dan was. He was a judge. When they asked Musha, who made him a ruler and a Dan? All right. Told you nevertheless, Dan was going to do what was he going to do? He was going to judge his people. That's what your code said. He was going to judge his people. So they wound up raising him right up in Nazareth. Okay. I'll tell you, it don't make no difference. Don't worry about it. That man was going around just showing you how he going to fulfill the book when he come back here. Sad part is when you catch it, it's going to be in judgment. This is when it's going to be too late for you. When you're in judgment, you wind up finding yourself going to the left and find out you're going to go into everlasting fire. That's when it's going to be too late for you. Y'all can keep coming here sleeping and playing and going home living these double lives. I know you're hypocrite. I know you're hypocrite. Y'all think I don't think I know y'all hypocrite. What I'm going to tell a sinner? I'm going to lay on a sinner. I'm going to take my clean slung and put on the dirty sinner. I'm going to think about my doing self. What am I telling this sinner I'm on top of? You okay, sinner? You going to be saved, sinner? This is dangerous. Because I'm sending you the wrong aspect. I'm giving you the wrong concept about what you need to be doing. Now, you think this son is going to be thinking about Elohim, or this son going to be thinking about my salam? They don't even want to talk now, do they? This son is going to be thinking about salam. This son is going to be getting led more and more straight. Y'all don't consider stuff like that. Long as y'all, that's why I say some stuff, you just got to consider yourself. What do you tell these people? Same thing with y'all, so you open your vagina, let them talk and do the same thing. Let him leave his seed in you, and you know good and well what you believe, what you've been taught, and you're going to go the wrong way anyway. It'd be just like he told Balaam. You're going in the wrong way just like Balaam. Because you love the ways of unrighteousness. That's why stuff just keep being a catastrophe. That's why it just stay a mess. That's why junk don't be going like it need to, because you ain't got no restraint. Look at this detrimental. This detrimental. I even remember when I was a Christian. I was a hypocrite. I was a Christian hypocrite, but this was when I was really a hypocrite Christian. Smoking weed, drinking, and shacking up. I took a girl one time back to my apartment. And we were sitting here, and I had some weed, and I was going to lay with this sinner. That sinner say, I had a Bible or something. Whatever made her ask me, she asked me something about God. I put that reefer right out. I sat back, me and her talked for a few minutes. I got her behind right up, and I took her home, right where she needed to go. She couldn't figure out why. I said, this ain't no good. I mean, drug dealing, shacking up, lying, rotten sinner. Y'all hear me? But this girl, for whatever reason it was, she wound up asking me about God. And I sat here and looked at what my intent, what I finna do with this girl. I said, you cannot sit here and lay with this girl. And she sit here asking you about God. She said, I want to get saved. We would listen. Pud went down like this. Well, no need. We were not finna do nothing. I just knew. I said something bad was gonna happen. I did. I just said something is gonna happen. This is not gonna be no good. I was dirty. Ain't a lot I turned down now. But for whatever reason she won't know about God, I said this is not good. Put that weed right on out. Taught her it. I took her behind straight on home. I took her by. I said no. This ain't gonna be no good here. So I just couldn't imagine knowing what I know now, how I can complete it. Because I got to start to consider. I got an authority and I got a knowledge of something. Just like y'all brothers sitting here. Y'all got authority to rule and run your homes. Y'all got knowledge concerning the way. What are y'all telling people when you doing this? I'm okay laying this person that's good with going to hell. What are you taking? When you lay with a person, you know you give a part of yourself up. They don't want to talk about that. When you interact with sexually, you're giving a part of yourself. Because Adam said, this is now bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Huh? He said, we ain't no more two. I can't be one with nobody going contrary. I can't be one with nobody going contrary. That's why he separated from us. He even told us when Moses came along, when we were killing, he said, come to pass that he find no, I just ain't looking at you the same way. Now when I'm sitting here I'm watching you eat pork. I'm watching you go to nightclub. I'm watching you hang out with sinners. I'm watching you cuss. I'm watching you wear weed, wear pants. Or you watching him wear short. You watching him going out with earrings on. And you watching him going to get new tattoos. What you tell yourself when you come and have sex with him? What I tell myself? Lord, this ain't nothing. Don't let the devil make a fool out of me when I could be getting these draws. Y'all are more dangerous than the people y'all live with. This the first time I ever said that? No. You can't let your own mindset, what you're trying to get, be detrimental. I just don't want to spiral nobody off the hill. I just can't see that. I'd rather keep away from you to make you look and say, am I that bad? Is that bad? That's why these people out here ain't changing. Because they keep messing with us, and we keep entertaining them and doing the same junk with them, and they keep thinking they're all right. And we think we changing them? What they doing while I'm in here? What you think my good son wife be doing while I'm in here? Sitting up reading the Bible, watching live streaming. Thinking about coming here so she can try to get right. What you figure she doing? Ain't watching no TV. Ain't probably that pretty sun out there shining too. Ain't nothing going on probably today, is it? Probably sitting around waiting on that sun to drop. I don't want nobody drinking, smoking, and clubbing. Because you ain't finna tell me you went to no club and you ain't got with nobody. Now, I couldn't, we ain't even have that conversation. I'd rather you just come on with the draws swinging saying, he got him. Don't tell me ain't nothing happened. I can't be that stupid. I'm just going to go out. My son just say me I'm a sinner. I'm just go out and hang out with my dudes now. They ain't married. We finna just go out to the club, and they ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna sit there while my boy now go out here and scoop, get, and lay, and I'm just gonna be chilling. Cause I'm married. Whatever they gonna be doing, I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Now y'all can lie to yourselves if you want to now. If that make you feel better when you fall in, that's all you need to do. I ain't no fool. Ain't nobody been tell me that stupid. Some stuff. Do y'all not know people just asking? I couldn't even imagine it. I couldn't even imagine the conversation. What am I telling myself when you tell me you going out somewhere? You're a sinner. What you gonna do, sinner? Y'all that stupid? Who goes on cruises by themselves to do nothing? What the purpose of cruise ain't for nothing but banging? How many of y'all been on a cruise in here? Hold your hand. How y'all go on a cruise to do nothing? Nobody does that. All of a sudden now, it's a new fad. Go on cruising to do nothing. What do y'all tell yourself? But this happened because y'all come and play the fool with this man, and we hear words, so you know what? I'll make a fool out of you. You trying to play him like he's stupid the whole time y'all getting played. You got to be real with yourself. It takes all you got with this word to keep you. What's keeping a sinner? Absolutely nothing. There's no laws. There's nothing to restrain them, nothing. And if you stay there with them, you ain't helping them. You actually hurting the situation. Well, I wish y'all just had a mind. I just wish y'all had enough mind to start looking at your soul. But when you start getting all bases wondering and concerned about your soul versus trying to get somebody, try to hold somebody, anybody you got to compromise to be with to try to get to keep them, they ain't who you want. You ain't going to never get right. They're going to always have you compromise. They're going to always have you over the line. They're going to always have you outside, and you ain't going to never get inside. It just don't work. It's just being honest with y'all. Y'all really got to start sitting back and considering what y'all doing. And at some point, your soul got to come in and be more important than some temporary sex. Just some temporary just laying around for some convenience. What convenience I got? You supposed to hate everything he hate. You supposed to oppose everything he oppose. How in the world you go get something that go against everything the man say he don't like? Which means now you got plenty. Now you in words of death. He told you not only though at the book of Romans chapter 1, verse 29. Well, y'all got a lot of stuff on it. I got y'all holding a lot of stuff, don't it? Well, y'all know why? Because we need to talk about all these things. Let me tell you where integrity is what we need more than anything. That's what our forefathers call integrity. Integrity calls a man or woman to sit back and look at something. As much as I love you, as much as I might want to be with you, I'm not finna go against what I believe and what the man command me to do. But y'all got that same spirit of Balaam. You're going to go against anyway. You're going to keep going. You know it ain't going to be no good. All you got is a book of who do you read about in this book that went against and prospered? In the 9th chapter of the book of Romans, Shaul asks you, who has resisted his will and prospered? Who done it? Nobody ever won. How you going to come along and you going to reinvent the wheel? Why are you even wasting your time with a square wheel? You know it's not going to roll. Come on, son. Romans 1:29. What's the last verse?
32.
Well, 29 be good. Come on.
Being filled with all unrighteousness.
Being filled, listen, with all unrighteousness.
Fornication.
Wickedness.
Covetousness. Maliciousness. Full of envy. Murder. Debate.
All you do is arguing with them. What you keeping them for? Full of debate and all that. He said being filled. What would he say at 29 again? Being filled with what?
All unrighteousness.
The man said all this unright. All this, none of this right. He said this all of what ain't right. And they full of it. Come on, son.
Fornication.
Wickedness.
Covetousness. Maliciousness. Full of envy. Murder. Debate. Deceit. Malignity.
They ain't never deceive you. Never lied to me. They lie to other folk. They don't lie. A sinner? Come on, son.
Malignity.
Yeah.
Whisperers.
Backbiters. Come on.
Haters of Yah.
Oh yeah, they love it. Then I'm going to let them run down what I believe where I go. They hate the man. Listen,
Despiteful.
They're spiteful.
Proud.
They ain't despiteful. They ain't proud either. Come on.
Boasters.
Boasters.
Inventors of evil things.
Invent an evil thing.
Disobedient to parents.
Come on, son.
Without understanding.
You try to explain it to them, they can't get it. What that mean? They ain't got no understanding. They without understanding. What else?
Covenant breakers.
You do know if you without understanding, he said that's all that just ain't right. You know it ain't right. That's why he had to open the apostles' understanding, might understand, because they would have been words of death. If they ain't, you do know you words of death, you don't understand. So you understand why he had to open their understanding. That was to keep them from dying. Mm-hmm. Listen.
Without natural affection.
Without natural affection.
Implacable.
They ain't got no time for the kid. They got time for everything else. Street running, hoe chasing. Come on.
Implacable.
Implacable, hard to appease. You can't never satisfy them. Implacable means hard to appease. Come on.
Unmerciful.
Unmerciful. They ain't got no mercy for nobody else. Come on.
Who, knowing the judgment of Yahuwah.
They know the judgment of this man. What happened, son?
That they which commit such things.
Oh, listen. They which do what now?
Commit such things.
They that do what now?
Commit such
which
things.
Which means commit, that would be the people that actually that do these acts. They that commit, the people that do these acts. What happened? Tell me about these people, Andre.
Are worthy of death.
That's it. The people that do them, they worthy of death.
Not only do the same.
That wasn't it?
No, sir.
Not only they do the what?
Not only do the same.
But what else?
But have pleasure in them that do them.
What else they did? Throw them legs on my shoulder. Give me some pleasure. See, that's dangerous right there, ain't it?
Yep.
They don't look at it like that. But hold on for a minute, don't then. Do you hear me cussing? Do you hear me talking? Me and Kiss talking against the Most High. So I can't control what my wife do. I just lay with them. So I get pleasure from them. He said, not only the ones that do it, he said, but them that even have pleasure in folk that do it. That tight, ain't it? That tight. That means, why you think he told her to come out from among and be what was? And touch not? If he done told us all this stuff unright, all this stuff is not right, then he done told me I can't even get it fooling with you with that stuff. It ain't right. I can't fool with you. And you know what people think? I got folk gone now. A lot of them gone. They ran behind husband. Well, I drove a husband and wife one time. They ran out behind each other. Well, ain't none of them prosper. They still wind up separating. It ain't gonna never work. When I tell you it never works, I just sit back and mark time with these folks. It never works because I try to tell you the truth. You gotta look at your soul. Ain't nothing more important than your soul, folks. That don't mean you don't love nobody. It means I love him, his will, his word above you. When I start putting you in the front of him, that's going to be a problem anyway. Mm-hmm. You don't want that position. He got it to every God. Why you think he's taking down all the gods of the nation? Because he told you I'm a
jealous.
You know what a jealous man do? You actually do what that tell you to do? You'll bow down to that for real? I'll kill it. I'll burn it down. I'll destroy it.
Yeah.
Because that's how I feel about you. So I wouldn't even want to put you in a position where I'm going to do you more hurt than I'm going to do you good. I told y'all before, these people were better with us not being here. They hold it. Listen, America wouldn't never even get a windstorm over him. Listen, if you dropped a lit match with gas on it, it wouldn't burn down there. It's because we here. Because we picked up their God and their idols. We start worshiping, keeping their day, their time. That's why he got to destroy them. I'm a jealous Elohim. I tell you, you can't put your kids, your spouse, you can't put your health, you can't put your job, you can't put nothing in front of him. He's got to be primary first. Everything you do, he had to root. And it's got to spring out from him. When it don't, you got to reposition it. When they try to get in the ground and try to root, can't nothing root by him. Y'all hear me? We're in bad shape.
Yeah.
We're in bad shape. We don't compromise too much. We've been compromised. In order to sit here and try to make a league with these people out here, that ain't even they fit. They don't even care. You say, I said, listen, baby, you're going to go to hell. Listen, you want to burn, you want to go to hell. They just look at you like you stupid. I heard what you said. Let me tell you something. I was a sinner out there. There's no way no sinner going to tell me you don't know you're going to hell. It gets you. How many of y'all knew that? I knew that. Before I even heard this, I never thought I wasn't going to hell. I kept trying to do stuff. hoping it was going to change the fact of where I was going. I always knew I was going to go to hell when I was out there. I tried to lie to myself and tell myself I was. I knew I was going. They're not going to tell me that they don't know. They do know. And that's dangerous that you sat there and you don't care. Sit here with somebody, you that done stupid, you willing to go, and you ain't taking me with you. That's crazy. Everybody here, you got to make choices. At that same Romans chapter 1, give me verse 17. Glad I gave y'all some chairs because I've been up here for a while. But they've been for the good.
That's right.
Because y'all know that the first thing we need to do, we need to clean up.
Amen.
Everybody, we need to clean this foolishness up. Folks sit here and get baptized, you still ain't doing no better? That's crazy. That is crazy. One thing I always had was the premise of clean living. I knew I couldn't have nothing and be connected to him if I wasn't clean.
Yeah.
You're supposed to bear the vessel of the Lord or the Most High Elohim. Right. Folks, something y'all know good and well you know better than doing.
Yeah.
This ain't no new information. Hebrew teacher ain't came and taught us that we need to stop sinning.
That's right.
Y'all been taught not to commit no sin.
That's right.
You've been told that he that commits sin is of the devil.
That's right.
How the devil sinned it from the beginning. That's why the man will manifest, that he might destroy the works of the devil.
That's right.
And whosoever born him does not commit sin, because the seed supposed to remain in you.
That's right.
So that you cannot sin. That word comes to take away the ability of you committing sin.
That's right.
He done came and disarmed all principalities.
That's right.
He done took the rule back. That's why he told when we were children, we were subject to these elementary principles.
That's right.
This man done destroyed them now. Got no business being no transgressor.
That's right.
I've been telling y'all this.
Yeah.
Y'all done got comfortable. You start learning some Hebrew words. You start learning some Hebrew names. And you think this is an excuse for you to commit sin? Never been no commission to commit no sin.
That's right.
Amen.
Thank the Most High for turning us around.
That's right.
Amen.
Done got comfortable. That's what happens. People get relaxed. Get to going, get to rolling. I got 21 alphabets. I got 22 of them now. I'm going to know all the names. But do you know how to obey this book? They ain't going to help us. That's not, this, I want y'all to be clear. We're learning this because this is his communication. These are written in English forms to get you to pronounce it in the Hebrew language. Shamayim wouldn't actually, Shamshun wouldn't be written like that because we're using English letters or their grammatics. We use them to get you to sound off in the Hebrew tongue or the Hebrew language. But this is his language, the sounds, the breathing. That's what he gave you. We got that from the beginning when he made us. He breathed into our nostrils. Or when not say necessarily breathe, we'll say he did what? See that Yeshayahu 58:1. Yeshayahu 58:1. That's why I need y'all to stay up, however long it takes.
That's right.
Whatever it takes that we listen. This is what you want to consider. Everybody in here. I got a lot of stuff going on. Physically, personally, whatever it might be. None of that is of any importance or more important than every individual in here and watching in to make sure you get it right. This is personal for you. Every one of us, we got to get it right. Every child, every woman, every man, every boy, every girl, every preacher, every usher, every choir member, every system operator, everybody got to get it right. Y'all got me?
Amen.
It's that important. Now, if you miss this, it's coming up again. And when it comes up, you will be in the judgment. Y'all got me? Because there's an appointment set, and you're going to be at that appointment, and he set it for you. This is 58:1. Listen to what he said.
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Cry who?
Aloud.
What else you want me to do?
Spare not.
Come on, son.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people.
Hold yourself, son. Cry aloud, spare
not.
Lift up your who?
Voice like a trumpet.
And what else you going to have to do?
Shew
to
my
get that trumpet to sound. blow. Just so happen, this goes with this in your olive. Your first, your shepherd, however you draw, I can't remember how to draw it right here. And now you got your paw, which is blowing. Guess how you blow? With the mouth. With the mouth. That's also in your paw. That's how we know he's the olive. Because he's the first. This A also goes with your, what is that? The Rosh, which would be the first. This is how we know who he is. He's the first. He's also the shepherd. And he's also the one with the mouth that did the blowing. In that Barashit chapter 2, when he made man, he wound up doing something. What was it? He blew. He wound up blowing into his nostrils. And he became, and you know how you blow? With the mouth. That goes right here with the paw. How you blow? Through your butt? How do you blow? Through your mouth. It goes with your paw, with your olive. Huh?
Amen.
You need to know something about your creator. You need to know something about who you serving. Huh? And blow, showing you, he will let you know who he was. He just having to tell him, cry loud, spare not, lift up your voice like a trumpet. Man, you got to blow. You got to blow.
Amen.
Huh? Your mouth. That's going to put it right back at the paw. We got instructions. This man has given utterance. This man has given command. He's given command for us. That's why we go back and start looking at the word. What command have the olive gave us? What command has the shepherd gave us? What came from his mouth? That's what we sitting here looking at. Pick me up at Matthew, the 4th chapter. Y'all not actually conscious, are you? Matthew, chapter 4. Get my readers whatever they need. We good. I'm good. This is Matthew, chapter 4. Pick up at verse 4. Let's see what he said. Listen.
But he answered and said,
Tell them what he said.
It is written, man shall not live by bread alone.
How you said man we're going to live again now?
Shall not live by bread alone.
You say he's supposed to have some meat with it, so this go along and say you can't be a vegetarian.
Man shall not live by bread alone.
Tell him what he's going to do, son.
But by every word
that doth what?
Proceedeth out of the mouth of Elohim.
Put me back at the paw. It put me back at the paw. Come from the mouth. Go give me the blowing. That's where your life going to come from. Huh? This is where your life going to come from, right here from the olive. You don't get your life from right here. The spirit. Y'all got me? Listen, what you use scientifically, what they show you, when people testify, I thank the Lord this morning for the blood still running in my veins. So guess what he wound up doing, trying to show you? That's not actually where your life will come from. That's where your carnal life will come from. That's why he took the man, he put him up on the toot. And when they pierced him in the side, guess what came out there? Blood and water. He was signifying something. He was trying to show you something because you were taught that life was in the blood. Excuse me, life was in the blood, showing you his connection being son of man. But now when he got him up, he got up by the Spirit, by the command of the olive, by what proceeded out of his mouth. That's what we lack. We lack the spiritual connection to him, which means the command that he gives, the utterance that he gives, it should be able to control your doings. It's supposed to control your thinkings. When you look at the Son telling us in the 8th chapter of the book of Yahusha, in verse 12, he said, the Father never left me alone. You know why? So in order to know what pleases, then I got to be taught. Put me right back at the alignment. You got to be taught. You got to have a shepherd. You got to have a shepherd. He said, the Father give me a commandment on what I should say and what I should do. He taught me. He would tell you, and the reason why he let you know he taught him, because it had to happen, because that's your law. You had to teach it to who? Your children. So if I'm the son of Elohim, that means Elohim had to teach me. Ignorant Christians go around claiming possession to that man, and you hadn't even been taught. That's why he told you, written in the prophet. Guess what happened? They all got to be taught of it. How's you going to be? We said, behold, now we decide. Have you been taught? And what's going to show that identity you've been taught is where your behavior is. The teaching is conducive to a behavior. The teacher is conducive to a language. That's why we're here. It's so little we know. It's so little we actually grasp. It's amazing how quick, as soon as it's over, y'all can go right back. You'll be cussing. You're going to go back, you're going to be lying. You're going to be cheating. You're going to be defrauded. Yet you sit and hear a word that goes, it's totally contrary to what you're doing. At the 18th chapter of Yikra. This is the 18th chapter of Yikra. 18:1. Yikra. Listen.
And Yahuwah spake unto Moshe, saying, speaking to the children of Yasharal, and saying to them,
tell them what I'm supposed to tell them, son.
I am Yahuwah, your Elohim.
Yes.
After the doings of the land of Egypt.
What happened, son?
Wherein ye dwelt.
What? Tell me about it, son.
Shall ye not do.
Well, what am I going to do with that?
And
hold on for a minute. And after the what, son?
And after the doings of the land of Canaan.
What happened, son?
Whether I bring you. Shall ye not do.
I ain't got no excuse there. I ain't doing what the Egyptians done, but like they said, when in, what was again? When
Rome.
in where? When in where?
Rome.
What you supposed to do?
Do as the Romans.
See how they teach you contrary statement?
Yep.
I walk in his house. I had a friend one time years ago stay up the street from me, and he walked and we was in his house. They would spit on the floor. I said, listen, the carpet was carpet. That's why I'm funny about my shoes off on stuff. It just threw me so bad. Listen, they just walked. I said, man, spit at him. Listen, carpet dirty. His mom, this is his mom, he lived in mom dad, filthy. They walked through here and just spitting. I had friends on here, they were spitting on the carpet because they did just like the terminology said, when in Rome, do as the Rome. Guess what y'all wind up doing stuff? Y'all start doing just like these other people.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saved, but my spouse ain't saved, and I can save my spouse, so that's why I stay with them. You make a fool out of yourself. How you going to save a person if by your restriction, by what you believe, what you hold to, if it's for them to be saved, they're going to follow your stick. They're going to follow your lead and follow the stick that you give them. If it's not, they're going to keep doing what they're going to do. You can't stay there when you ain't agreed. That tight on them. You can't say nobody stand there while they're doing what they were doing. Brother Darren, let me ask you a question. You think you could have got your wife here if you'd have stayed there with her? Wouldn't have happened. But Leonard, he could have drew you here if he'd have stayed there with you. That cost you financially being gone, didn't it? I mean, you had to move in a trailer. You don't mind me saying that, do you? I mean, he would tell me, he said, I love my wife. He said, I can't stay there with her, though. Look what she said now. He could have did like for, but see, my brother, God can use you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how God can work if you be right down. He don't work and do nothing while you right down. Because you know what she keeps saying, ain't too bad if you right here with me. Can't be too bad. Huh? You still here getting it. And them folks that use you, they ain't stupid. They know. You know what bad folks put in their mind? I ain't going to hell by myself, though. I guarantee you pull them and talk to them right, they'll tell you the truth. Yeah, I might be going to hell. I ain't going by myself. Just like I know better, guess what? You know better too. See, that's why he let us know when we came out after the doings in Egypt. There's a lot of stuff we can talk about what we used to do in Egypt. There's a lot of stuff we used to do when we were the way of God. Y'all remember we used to eat the way of God, we used to eat pork. You remember that's how we used to eat ribs? Y'all remember we used to go to Six Flags on Shabbat? We gonna do that now? No. We was in Egypt. Then when they got in the land of Canaan, you done popped up on some more people. This ain't like what the Egyptians did. This some other stuff. He said, listen, you ain't gonna do what you came from, and where you going, you see other people doing, don't do that either. These Hebrew Israelite camp, I don't follow none of them to look at what we need to do. These folks sit on here, they'll mess us up. Because they don't sit here and start doing these people do, start cussing, talking about, well, since ain't none of the word Hebrew, they ain't really cuss word. Go ahead and keep lying to yourself. Whatever you got to do to lie to yourself, go ahead on and tell yourself whatever you got to tell yourself.
That's right.
Y'all hear me? We ain't following none of these people. None of these people no milestone for us to follow.
Amen.
We're going to come back and look at the book. That's what we're going on. Let's look at the book. Amen. What did the man command us to do? I tell y'all same one that look on the outside. I tell y'all, I know y'all gonna look, you don't get in the way. Ain't nothing in here you want, you go on the outside. I tell y'all all the time though, don't sell out what you believe now. Don't sell out what you believe. Ain't that right? I can't tell you, I don't believe I'm gonna ever be able to tell you. I ain't gonna be able to fool with you. What I believe. You ain't gonna be worth compromising what I believe. Get you and you start compromising, you gonna keep compromising, you gonna be right out the door just like a whole lot of other one gone. A whole lot of people gonna get there and compromise and soul out. But at the end of the day, who you love? Who do you love, folks? Y'all got to really sit down and start considering. Who do you love? And your love got to be for him first. That's why he told you I'm the first. He want everything you got first. I don't want it all the time. You know he want it. I want it first. Anything you got, give it. Don't come give me nothing after you engage somebody else something. Give it to me first. That's what he's been trying to teach us. Just like you coming looking to get. You need to be bringing something too. Even Shamshun, he was going to see his wife. Then he appear empty-handed.
Had a kid.
Got to bring something. You come, you looking to get, you got to bring something. But that old Christian mentality, just like the drummer boy, he ain't have nothing to bring as long as you can play something. See, the Lord can use your talent. Sometimes it can be money. He can, people just lie to themselves so much. All kind of foolishness. You supposed to give a ransom for your soul. Y'all saying you play with your soul. You know why he put that on you, especially for a poor person struggling? Because he told you, because the redemption of your soul is costly. I need you to pay something for it. I need to cost you, because you really look at in your life, what do you really have in your life? What does your life really cost you? Nothing. Nothing. How many of you get yourselves up? How many of you make blood flow? How many of you make feet move? How many of you make hand raise? How many of you make eyes blink? How many of y'all make hair grow? How many of y'all make back bend? How many of y'all stand up? He had to do all that. So you look at it, you ain't got nothing in this. How much money you got? Well, I ain't got nothing. Go get me a half a shekel for you. Where I'm going to get that half a shekel for your soul? Don't bring me no less. Because I'm trying to tell you, I got a lot in you, and I need you to put something in it too. When it costs you something, maybe you won't be so reckless, so irresponsible. But the average of y'all, you just irresponsible. Ill-done responsible. You'll go pay other folk junk, you'll take care of other people's stuff, and you'll flop your ignorant behind in here, and you feel like there's no accountability, but you're going to pay at the end. You're going to pay at the end. It's just like some of them contracts. You know what we can do, Dave, with your car note? Don't pay this one, okay? I want you to pay next month either, okay? That sound good, Talvin? I don't want you to pay next month either. What, they give y'all 3 months? Let's go and make it 6. You know what I'm going to do, right?
Put it on the end.
I'm going to put them on the end. I'm going to get them on the end. Go ahead and don't pay them 6 months. I'm getting mine at the end, though. You think I'm finna lose money like that? Bad business. All I'm going to do, I'm going to get you at the end. Where you think these salespeople learn it from? They learn it from him. I'm going to get it in the end. Ain't not one of us sitting in here getting away with nothing. On the other end of that camera said, nobody getting away with nothing. Y'all just been thinking you've been smart, you've been slick. Y'all just lie to me all the time. When I tell y'all I see something, I know something, when I tell you, they like to lie to me. Ain't nothing going on for real. I'm just a big old liar. I just make up stuff. I see y'all coming a mile away, but y'all to keep good. The whole thing you got to look at, you just got to keep lying to yourself. You ain't lying to me. Like I told you some of that stuff he told me, he ain't never lied to me because I don't believe it. Y'all hear me? The lie, you got to get me to believe it. I don't believe it, so it ain't even a lie for us I'm concerned. Y'all got me? I know y'all. Your heart show y'all up. Little stuff y'all do is show y'all up. Just ease something by me. Just try something, just trying to see how to flow. I'm just asking. It ain't nothing. And you think I'm just done stupid. It's always something. It's always something. Y'all heart start to show you up, and you don't realize that it's going to show you. Just like we said, just like water to the face, so is the heart of the man. What's in your heart going to always come up and going to try to show you, folks. So now we use the word for that factor. So when I start to see things about myself, I don't take the anger and vengeance on the word. I take the anger and vengeance on myself to look at. I got to be able to bring this behavior, bring this action into obedience. In order to do that, I got to take the life away from it. Colossians chapter 2, 3 and 1. In order for me, Brother Craig, not to go back to doing what I used to do in Egypt, smoking, drinking, lying, fornicating, committing adultery. In order for me not to take on the new behaviors I pick up from church people, then I got to be able to kill it out. When I see it coming, I got to destroy it. This is Colossians chapter 3 at verse 1. Listen.
If ye then be risen with the Mashiach.
If you then be risen with the Mashiach.
Seek those things which are above.
Well,
the Mashiach sitteth on the right hand of Elohim.
Set on the cuff. Come on.
Set your affections on things above, not on things on the Aritz.
Tell them what happened, son.
For ye are dead.
For ye are dead. Come on.
And your life is hid with the Mashiach in Elohim.
What happened, son?
When the Mashiach, who is our life,
shall
appear,
then
shall ye also appear with him in glory.
Tell them what happened, son.
Mortify therefore your members.
What that mortify mean, brother? Kill it out. I told you got to kill out something. Got to mortify your members, which are where?
Upon the Aritz.
On the Aritz. That was your problem, man. Ain't none of your problem in the Shamayim. It's all your problem. You got it right here on the Aritz. So, man, I got to kill out some things that's right here on the Aritz. Like what?
Fornication.
Fornication.
Uncleanness.
Uncleanness.
Inordinate affection.
And this is unusual. Huh? That's unusual for a man to be with another man or a woman. Inordinate. Come on.
Evil concupiscence.
Evil concupiscence.
And covetousness.
Which is why?
Idolatry.
That's idolatry. For
which things sake
the wrath
of Elohim cometh on the children of disobedience.
So that's why you got to get rid of it. That's why he wants you to kill it out. Just like we talked about Moshe's wife, he was coming in to kill him. That's why she had to kill it out. She had to cut it off. She had to throw it out and show proof she had done it. She threw it right out before his feet. She had to get rid of it. He was coming to kill him. Okay, I'll do it John Wayne. This man coming back to kill y'all. And you still got the very thing he coming for. That makes sense. Get rid of it. The stuff he coming to kill you for, you still got it. Now that makes sense. Get rid of it. Listen.
In the which ye also walked sometime when ye lived in them. But now ye also put off all these.
Uh-oh. Come on.
Anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another.
Yeah.
Seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds.
Yes.
And have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him.
See that? Now we start to recreate. Since you've gotten rid of all these things, and this is the problem we got, the truth be told. We've been sewing new pieces on old cloths. Just be honest, we've been putting new wine in old bottles. And he sat here and specifically told her, nobody don't do this. He said, people don't do this. This is true. This is why a lot of y'all have the problem. If for a while, when you first pour that wine in that old bottle, it'll look like it'll hold. All the wine skins won't burst immediately. It's just over time. The strength of the wine and the power, eventually wind up finding its way out of it. Sometimes you can go ahead and sew that new piece on that old cloth, and it'll hold till some action start happening. You start making too many movements, and before you know it, you'll start to get some tears. And we've done it. That's all I've been doing. I've been patching up bad pieces. I've been giving out stuff to people, and you hadn't been clean. Now we got to get rid of these behaviors. We got to get rid of these mindsets you have that you keep trying to rationalize your wrongdoing. You're not going to be saved. You cannot be saved except you abide on the ship. Y'all got me? Amen. You cannot be saved. This has been set up to save you, this word we got. We will look at this just like an ark. The ark was used to keep the covenant in it. That's why it was called the ark of, and it was only good because the covenant was in the ark. The ark was no good if the things weren't in it. That's just like you. You have to look at yourself just like an ark. Now, you're no good unless the covenant is in you. The covenant he made with us, you still got to keep this day. That covenant was good, not only them. He said, I'm making it with you, with your people that hew your wood, with the people that draw your water, and I'm making this covenant. It's a long-lasting covenant with whoever ain't even here this day, whoever got a mind to pick up and obey the book, whoever got a mind to stay studious to the teacher. This covenant is to you. This covenant was already set for you got here. The way and plan of salvation were made for you. Why are you not accepting it? We're in bad shape. We're in bad shape for the amount of time we wasted in years playing around, and y'all still doing the same stupid stuff. Husband and wives can't even stand together. Why is it you got to have so much foolishness and arguing going on? Let me see what the problem is. In the 5th chapter of the book of Ephesians, husbands,
love your wives,
and be not
bitter
against them. Wives, what they supposed to do, brother?
Submit yourself.
Yourselves to who?
Your own husband.
As it is what?
Fit.
Well, Colossians the 3rd chapter says it fit. In Ephesians the 5th chapter says as unto, same degree. For the husband is the head of the, even as the Mashiach is the head of the body. Therefore, as the congregation is subject to the Mashiach, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything. I don't see what the problem is. Not unless you're a hell goer. What does everything mean? I said, give me everything out your pocket. What that mean? Leave something in there. Give me, which part you don't get? I say, everybody get out of here. Who can stay? You understand that in every other grammatic form. How you don't understand when you told what to do when it come down to your husband? How is it the husband can love his nigga more than he love his wife? You know you my nigga, whatever you need, my nigga. Why can't you have my wife? What's wrong with us? Be the same stupid, retarded argument every time. What's the problem? What is wrong with your mind, man? Because we ain't going to put it all on the woman. What's wrong with your mind, man, that you can't love your wife? What's wrong with your mind, man, that you got to be bitter against your wife? You cannot be saved. King David, his last words to his son, and the man that rule over men. That's what I love about Adam. He was just. If you're going to rule over people, you know you got to be just. The husband got to rule over his wife. You do know you're supposed to be just. I'm going to get something, go buy me $2,000, $3,000 worth of stuff, and then give my wife $100. Is that just?
No.
Not just at all. Men, you're part of the blame of why these women in transgression. Some of us go along and make a lot of our wives just like Eve. You sit here and you'll be party and privy to foolishness. Men, you got to get in your proper place and lead about your home, and you got to know how to treat your wife. I've never taught y'all brother mistreat your wife. That's not even biblical. That bigger train, I might well go sleep with hoes on the street. I'm going to teach you to mistreat your wife. What am I going to say? I don't sleep with no hoe. Y'all brother mistreat your wife. I might well sleep with them hoes. I'm a transgressor. You got to be just when you're dealing with your wife, brother, how you treat your wife. You still run your home, but you want to treat your wife. Have your wife walk around no busted, tore up stuff. Sit around, you spin up and mess up everything you got, and then your wife sitting there struggling, pitching pennies. Have your wife out know another man face big and bombing money. That thing know they have on her done back for it. So I've been getting, so let me get a little piece. Little piece of what? When she holler a little piece of what, that means go ahead and get it. Because she supposed to slap them in their mouth. When she holler a piece of what, that means she was already ready to bite. Hook, got him, come here, now reel them in. Y'all men sat here, you know what you're supposed to do. Treat that darn wife right. Y'all got me?
Amen.
Same thing with these women here, y'all white. Y'all know what you're supposed to do. You know you ain't got no business running your darn mouth back telling you hot upset. Ain't nobody hot upset to go to hell. It's hotter than yours. It's hotter than you is in hell. Do what you're supposed to do. You submit yourself. Like he told you, looking at you serve the Most High Elohim. And that man do right. A lot of stuff you ain't got to push at that point. You do what you're supposed to do and you be just. If both people operating that role, you got to let problem. Shouldn't be no whole lot of problem. What the problem is? He told me to shut up. Was you talking? Yeah. Well, that's probably why he told you to shut up. He told me to shut up 5 times. Why he told me to shut up 5 times? Because I was talking 4 more times, but he told me the first time. That's probably how you got the other 4. Isn't that right? That's how you got the 5. He told the first time, shove, you should just went on shove and just let it alone. You see he hot, leave it alone. Ain't that right? Don't keep pushing. Just like when the most high angle, you going to keep pushing it? Even Abraham had enough sense. He was talking, he kept asking the man, he said, if it be fit the righteous, I'll spare. He even worried to go back. I don't mean the body, but what if it be 40? I'll spare. Please pardon me if I ask you for 30. Oh, why God know he looked at that was his all I him, how I approach him. Just like y'all say, y'all need not approach your husband. Y'all come with that old boogaloo street nigga stuff. Don't try to go punk no man. The same thing, man, don't try to punk your wife. Son, I tell man, I ain't got time to a whole bunch of arguing. I tell this is it. When I get hot, this is it right here. I will pack your stuff and put you in an apartment. I ain't going to keep talking, tell you no same thing. That got that. She started thinking. She knows she's going to get on left and right. Time to roll up. I ain't got no time to a whole bunch of fools. I look at it like this. I don't beat you. I don't mistreat you. I ain't starving you. I ain't cheating on you. And I don't lie to you. When I tell you to do something, that's all I want you to do it. Y'all hear me? That means I said, say, go get the ladder and start grabbing the ceiling fan. I tell you if I don't want you to cut the ceiling fan on. Whatever I say, I don't want no talk. Go. I say I'm hungry. You hungry? What you mean you hungry? Let's do this here. Go get your stuff. I'll be real. Your time to go. I ain't got time to be doing a whole bunch of talking. I look at me. I'm telling you, you got to do all that arguing. But I say I'm hungry. That got that. Get up. You supposed to be a virgin. Your count ain't supposed to go out by night. I hit that light on that cell phone, put it down there, and right down there below the belt. Make sure your light on. Time to go to work now. They say our counter don't go out by night. That means she working any time of night. There ain't no sin in there, right?
That's right.
They had the red cross on, you let me know. We cut that light off. If you giving blood, you let me know now you're going to Red Cross. But other than that now, we got to go to work. It ain't Shabbat and you ain't giving blood, you ain't donating no blood, then we need to go to work. Time to go eat, go get something. I tell man, you keep your damn mouth closed. Don't play that stuff. I told him, tree won't have to have no mean about me paying nothing, taking care of nothing, leaning about. Do I do a bad job leaving my home? I'll take care of my. You the only one say you don't want to go home tonight. Other two, it's just us now. Back how like the Father and the Son, you make it how it was back in the beginning. It was just us. Joker don't add no good and done well, man. Don't play that stuff. Treat a woman right. I expect to be treated right. I want to be respected in my position.
Amen.
Y'all hear me? I got time. I tell you about. Got time to keep arguing with you about that. We know how that thing go, don't we? Is it 50-50 that we can do that? But the man I'm told now, the book's out in the head. Now, do you believe the book? You don't believe it, I don't used to keep standing. We ain't gonna get nowhere. I can't listen. What am I arguing with somebody who won't believe the book? Somebody I want to debate you. I'm gonna debate you on the Bible. Do you believe the Bible? No. How far I'm gonna get? Everything I bring up, what they gonna say? I don't believe it. So this is how y'all have a whole lot of your argument. Because the truth be told, you're arguing with somebody who don't even believe the book. Woman sitting around arguing with a man, he don't believe the book. He mistreating you, don't treat you right. Sit here starving, got you in the dark, messing up his check, ain't paying bill. He don't believe the book. Why are you arguing with somebody who don't believe the book? Better let them joker have it. Sit around here, man gonna say, leave you in the dark, make a man. You gonna go take your check, gonna spend your check, make a man. Y'all joker know you bad about that. Spend your check, make a man, and then let bill be lagging, paying bill behind. That's some fools. I don't stand no fools like that. You don't sit here, you don't gamble. I'm sitting here now, a woman, you got to sit here and you got to depend and trust on this joker to lead you about, and he got to be your security. He going to sit and play around with that? No. Sell no fools like that. Joker don't even care about his soul. You sit around, you leading your home.
Right.
Y'all hear me? You lead about your home. You got to be faithful. Tell you about making men. That first obligation, they been going to spend my check on them, make sure them bills paid. You sit down, I'm just hold them out. Long as they still on, you keep gambling that junk long enough, after a while that junk be off. You know, sound older late coming to $9,000. Cut your fools off and take care of your responsibility. Get in here and lead about these homes and be men like we supposed to. These kids need us. Same thing with these sisters. I got how many of my sisters here waiting on getting married? Oh, that's beautiful. Plenty mouth closed, plenty legs open. Plenty dishwashing, plenty mopping, plenty washing machine. Washing clothes, plenty of that stuff. Ain't that right? Plenty of titty milk. Don't come with no sand titties either. You come and get married, a whole lot more responsibility than just laying on your back. Getting out providing, taking care of that home. Know how to keep them kids. Make sure they ain't walking out there stinking. Make sure these shoes ain't on the wrong feet. Make sure you take time out to say and you probably clean that kid before you get your behind ready to get out of there. Can't be running, dumping them doing kids everywhere and running no doing street. You get them kids, you got small kids, you got to stay home and take care of them kids. Hold on, look at folks, run the street. You got to wait them kids get some, hey, you get your time to get out, son. Hold on, I don't want to hit the street early. You got a small family, you can't be out everywhere. I got to get home and take care of these kids. I can't be out all night. I got these small kids. Once they get up and they take care of their own, they gone, then maybe we can go and hang out a little bit. Whole lot of y'all get it. I know good and well y'all ain't gonna do it. They're gonna drop them kids be all passed all through this synagogue, everywhere but your hands. Never had a kid. That come with you. You don't say here, you done the time. You did the crime, now do your time. It'll come. I remember look like them jokers ain't gonna never grow. Now look like they ain't gonna never stop growing. But you gotta get in and put your time in. Make sure that home put together. Make sure them kids get a proper meal instead of eating out the darn street out of garbage can somewhere. That kind of stuff y'all make sure you do. So they're good teachers. I can help y'all out for y'all go ahead and make a mess out yourself. Be like some of the other ones, and you say they regret their kids. They ain't regret. Ask them, did they regret when they had that leg behind, when they had this behind him? Wasn't no regrets then. They were saying, they had Rick James playing, give it to me, baby. I make you holler, you had enough. Give it to me. Give me that sweet, that funky. What? Rick James was playing, wasn't no regrets then. They were writing songs, no regrets. All regret come in when responsibility hit. Make sure y'all know what you're doing. Them children can roll in there, boy, you can roll in there, man, like a doing mudslide. But they're yours. Do your time now. You do the crime, do your time. Love them and treat them right. I'll make sure everybody knows exactly what they got to do. A lot of these single brothers, y'all need to get y'all behind up, and you need to go and get you the right jobs. You can get y'all a wife. I know good and well that mattress is tired. Mattress done had more action than these pews have these little kids on the pen on. Bed done just turned into an M shape for the mem. You know, good and done well it's time to straighten up. Go on and get y'all a done why. Y'all know the mem. Semen, water, flood, streams, all that stuff. Time go and get yourself a position, get y'all a wife. Man, I told you, whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Why a man wouldn't want a good thing? Man, obtain favors in the eyes of Elohim. You ain't had one, then you got opportunity. Why y'all ain't trying to get one? Why do I don't want me no? I just be by myself the restaurant watching. You ain't got no gospel. Get your behind out here and get you a wife. Y'all hear me? No good and well you bathing, you ain't watch. They're going to be so sensitive, so and swole up, you ain't going to be able to do nothing down there. You go meet a girl, she talking about something. You like my blue eye? You got to tell you like my blue eye? Both of y'all got blue. She got the eye, and you got the done, roll them, Charlie. Y'all get y'all behind and straighten up in here. There can't be no done life longer in here. Get your behind up and get married. Well, some of y'all get your behind out here before you get too old to have children. Y'all all right? Don't worry around. I'm trying to push out here, get this stuff right. And make sure you get the right one. Don't just be getting nobody to make no fool out of nobody. Make sure that's what you want now. Well, I'm start looking around, seeing somebody with some, I might well grab something. Don't let nobody come tell you, I might well get you. Don't take no nigga stuff like that. There's somebody out here for you. And they're right, they might be blind, but that's all right. They said love is blind. You know what they say? But you going out here, somebody out here wants you. Ain't that right? You might have tied some meat around your neck, but there's somebody out here. I'm just saying, people funny about what they like. Y'all all right? Come on, I got to finish up and let y'all go. What I left you holding? Colossians, you can drop Colossians, the 3rd chapter. No? Oh, yeah, I had to get me, what else I had you? Motorcycle head, what you got?
Yahusha, 58.
You can let that go, 58, let that go. Well, that's good. I think I talked to y'all enough then. That's all. What I had, Chuck? We already got that. Yakra. We already got 18th chapter. Who's that?
2 Thessalonians 2.
Yeah, go ahead and get 2 Thessalonians 2, and while I get ready to let y'all go. Why Antoine sitting over there instead of by you? I was just curious. Why he sat over there? You just told me to go sit over there? He asked you to sit over with him. Why you think he asked you to go sit there by Ethan? I'm just curious. Why you think? What you think? Because of what? So what? So he can socialize. Socialize. They ain't even do that in the Christian church. They go in there and socialize, give me a phone, they look at the phone together, play. I've been watching the whole time. They just been sitting on there kind of talk and play. Then they look at me and say, he's looking over him. I'm saying that I'm still looking over him. But you ain't going to catch on. You have to think about it, because he said that about, he know you're going to be on it behind, be like, pay attention, make sure. In the Christian church, we should do that. Kid try to get away from around their parents so you can play and get off. That's what we got to be watching. A lot of y'all don't be thinking. Y'all just be happy. They gone, they out my way. I can focus. It's your responsibility. Now make sure you focus. You got to try to keep them. I mean, a child going to make child decisions. You ain't the only person. You keeping them by you because they know they got to stay up, got to pay attention, got to make sure you watch it. They socialize and they miss something. Then later on, they hurt him when he run out in the street, go out there and get the black afro, and he go out there holler, he the black Chun Lu, Bruce Lee or something out there, and go out there and get whooped if he don't know the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody shoot him because they think he do know it. So we try to get little stuff. Remember how we little stuff that we don't think nothing about. Later on, we wind up losing. I was talking to Sister Maya earlier, and I tell my wife the same thing. A lot of these beautiful little kids we got, we're going to lose them later. We're going to lose. It's unfortunate. There's some beautiful kids, a lot of them. We're going to lose them. It's unfortunate. Because their way going to come up to where someone going to have to compromise to try to keep them. They're going to get their own little way. So we're trying to keep them as much as we can to keep in a way, hoping that you keep enough of this in your heart that if something happens, you bring your behind back. If he see fit. We're hoping we don't lose you in the first place. But the main thing is, look, all we want to be able to do is say, I know when I had you. Just like when Yahusha, when he went to commune with the Father, he said, while I was with them, I kept them in thy name. So now, our problem going to come because we haven't been students in doing that. We give them some time they can go, some time they can play, drop them all that other. I remember like one time you to let Gavin, let your mom them keep them on Shabbat sometime. Then you grew out of it. Now you think it don't take nothing but one Shabbat for a child to go stay with one of our riding center parents or family member. They going to have so much doing fun. You ain't going to never bring them back to this. You be thinking, what's one Shabbat? That's it. That's it. Once you got here and taste enough of that world, just a little of that world, he told you a little leaven, man, leaven the whole lump. This is a way where you have to keep them so accurate. They might think it's hard on them. We trying to keep these kids from wind up in somebody's prison, and wind up from somebody's gay porn video, wind up off something, trying to keep them from becoming some drug addicts, trying to wind them just from out here from being some raped or killed or murder or whatever it might be. That's the whole purpose why we try to keep them in this way. Trying to make sure they might think, other ones sit over here, that's their kid. You my kid. I need your behind right here. I need to make sure somebody that don't care about their kid talking the whole service. They don't care. They don't care if they play. They don't care what they do. Do you care? That's the information. That's what you have to do. See, even Daniel had to go there and talk to him now because you still didn't move. Look over there. Just look at that Daniel. Daniel probably sitting out. He probably tired right now. Well, how many of y'all think Daniel sitting out because he probably tired? You were tired, Daniel, while you were sitting over there? For a test. Over a test. That's good. Just have another beating. Don't put the kung fu. Just have to bring it back on here and come. That's just already laying down. He know kung fu come. Everybody with kung fu fighting. It's just a little bit of lighting. That's when you need your hair to nap it up like a nigga, because you get slapped across your head. You don't want that soft, easy hair. It don't protect your brain that much. Isn't that right? But you have to just teach it. Listen, that's what all the kids, we have to be able to make sure we're trying to rear them up. When they get a certain age, what is he, 10? You know, baby. You want to start getting them where you have them up the way you let them know, I need your behind paying attention. You're not a baby. I'm trying to get this word in you for a reason so you don't go out here. We're trying to keep these kids. We don't want to lose them to the street. Y'all sit here and think it's a joke while they small. When they leave your behind, they gone, and it's out of your pocket, and you done lost them, but they wind up somewhere dead or wind up in a wheelchair or wind up in some homosexual state or whatever it might be, or so drugged out they can't get back or their mind burnt down, then you wish you had to put your foot down. Y'all hear me? I told before, quit trying to be their damn friend. Our kids don't need no friends. They got a whole world of friends. That's the problem. The friends the one influencing them. They come to us, they need a parent. Trying to be your friend, I'm your parent. Y'all got it? We're trying to kiss these kids behind. They'll be all right. They'll come back and they might not like it now. They'll thank you later. Henry Gray was never my friend. He played my that joke with me. I appreciate him now. He need no doing. I needed a daddy. That's how it was. Look at me, cuss me out, told me what I needed to, knock me out. That was it. I appreciate it now. I hear people talking about, you appreciate. I said, how am I going to appreciate somebody knocking me out? That's about the dumbest thing. But later on in life, you realize something. The man was trying to show me something, son. Leave them folks alone. Anything I try to go, no, you can't go. Even if it was free, Dane. Michael Jackson. You know how they come up. You don't never tell your kid he can't go see Michael Jackson for free. Henry, no, you ain't going. Michael, for free? He said, you ain't need to go see no Michael Jackson. Folks be telling, here, I pay for, I go, no, he ain't going. You know, they teach me, just because people offer you stuff for free, you ain't got to take it. It take you to get older later on in life to realize something. So somebody offer you get your kid, they'll be all right, I'm going to take them, I'm going to pick them up, I'm going to pay for everything. No. You try to teach them that because it'll be some people, that's how a lot of women done got pimped out. That's how a lot of kids done got come. I'm going to just pick you up, I don't know you, just take you out and pay for everything. You finna give up something later. You finna have to wind up giving up something later. So you start learning everything free ain't good for you. Right. You don't know what's the kid. It might not, it ain't gonna be, what if it ain't no kid? Well, you won't find out because I said no. Y'all hear me?
Amen.
We got to start teaching these kids. Now, how you think a lot of these kids getting compromised out here? These predators know how to get them. Candy, sweet, toy, they know how to get them. So we got to start teaching them. Because somebody come offer you something, no. That's how y'all get messed up. Done mess around and got that little candy. Done got that little bad-mouth beaver. Now you messed up. Well, straighten y'all behind up. Joe, straighten up, Joe. Someone still talking about bad-mouth beaver. It ain't got no teeth in it. Y'all straighten y'all behind up. I had to tell it to y'all playing like that because I be trying to help y'all out. Ain't nobody finna just sit there and wrap no leg around your neck for free. No, you finna be locked in somewhere. Y'all hear me? No ugly as you are, no woman, no, what a hey, baby, what you, no good enough, where you finna pay? All that excited thinking something new, ain't nothing new under the sun. So you a paymaster. Prostitute see me, she keep walking. She said, that good looking fella ain't finna pay for nothing. You doing right. Every time I paid for fare was $5. That's it. She told me her price. I said, what'd you do for $5? I couldn't imagine getting about no $800. I had a friend, he had one, I met the guy told me about, he said, man, I said, for real? He said, yeah. He said, man, $1,000. I said, 1,000? I ain't called it. I said, man, yeah, I told him, 1,000 to what? I gave her $1,000. She still be him now. Even we don't do nothing. $1,000? Man, please. I don't know if I gave my wife $1,000 at one time. You talking about $1,000? Man, please. I get talking about $300. I said, shoot, what'd you do for $5? Man, please. No. Some of the guys talking about, I mean, it ain't a lot if you make, I know. Some of y'all ain't know that. There ain't a lot of money if you like. I know some of y'all ain't good. That's fine. They need y'all to keep the economy going. Play no foolishness like that. Y'all use your head out here. Turn the one on your shoulder. Y'all hear me? There you done lost some money out there in that street. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. You said $1,000? I just checking. No. But y'all make sure you get yourself together. Y'all hear me? Spiritually. Y'all got Curtis? Spirit, CJ? That joke, that's slick, ain't it? That's the B, man. How many of y'all know CJ slick? He think he's slick, no. He trying to look at it. He like that Winnie the Pooh sweat on him. Master Robinson. What that boy, Master Christopher. Did you like Winnie the Pooh growing up? Yeah. He liked that honey. Every time that thing went out there honey, he couldn't take it, could he? That's all right. But I tell y'all get it together. All of y'all hear me? I call y'all name for a reason. Make sure you get it together. This is our soul, every one of us in here. Y'all got it? Ain't nothing more important. I told y'all a whole lot of stuff today. I hope y'all lay it to your heart. Felicia, ain't that right? Don't be having no attitude when folks tell you stuff. Get it together.